everyone. Welcome back to another Change of Fate in a week. This is never done this before. This is insane. And yet here we are, 1 week later after the last Change of Fate, which is absurd to say. But yes, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Change of Fate, the only show on Twitch that is as interactive as a D&D experience can be from the comfort of your own home. If you're joining us for the first time today, have no fear. We are currently running our own homebrew system/world called Teyvat Travels, a sort of mini D&D inspired Genshin Impact sort of tabletop game. I promised you I'd read you the story about elements and nations and the world of visions, didn't I? Well, sit back under the shade and hold your wishes tight. As in the world of Teyvat, wishing is the most powerful thing you can do. Our story takes place long after the creation of this beautiful world known as Teyvat, after the invasion and subjugation by a strange entity known as the Heavenly Principles. After all of the 7 sovereign dragons had been defeated or cast away. After the war for the seats of the 7, from which godlike beings known as Archons emerged. Yes, our story takes place in this world that has already seen its fair share of bloodshed, but also its fair share of miracles. Visions, that's what they call them in Teyvat. Small crystalline objects of elemental power that are manifestations of a human's wish. That's right, wish really hard for the world to change, and in Teyvat, you may be given the means to change it yourself. But with the power to change, so too come those willing to change it for the worse. While empires rise and fall, contracts are signed and experiments are performed, our story is about 4 unlikely allies with hopes and dreams of their own. Hailing from different nations, one is as stalwart as the jade stone she protects, questioning duty in a world that respects order. Another is duty-bound, forever trying to live up to the promise of her sister and spark truth in the dark skies. Another does not know where home is, but is searching for the place where nature and humanity can coexist and finally give him the answers he is looking for. And another still is but a wanderer, dancing between places too short to really leave any impact in the flame she creates, but is drawn by the stars above all the same. The world they live in is changing. It's on the cusp of something big and dark. Secrets move in the shadows to unravel something so ancient it could split the confines of the skies itself. And though they may not know it yet, the only way our heroes can save it is by forging bonds with those bound by its systems and learn the truth in their travels around Teyvat. And hello. Hello. Hi, everyone.
26 Mora.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's almost like there was an embezzlement going on, insider trading.
Talking about
that's
the only time I'm gonna do that.
That happened there. Well, luckily it was before we started, so it's more legal for you, which is good.
Officer, I wasn't even in game yet.
That's right. Officer,
That's
you
true.
can't take me. We weren't playing.
That's
There
funny.
was no embezzling.
That's right. Well, hello to my lovely cast. I'm just going to go down the list and introduce everyone once again. We are starting with our lovely Love Hanami at the very top. Wraith, thank you so much for the follows. Speaking of Love Hanami, we have a classic Hana stan over there. Hana, how are you doing today?
Hey, what's up, boy? I'm doing good. I'm excited to play again. I need to know what happened to Rosie.
Yes! Yeah, we left off at
I'm invested.
quite a cliffhanger. Chat, let me know what you think of all of the audio. We're going to hear the in-game music here in just a second. Our friend's audio, my own. Let me know about the levels, as always. Sweetie, Ivy Anixie playing Shi Dayu. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm full of pizza.
You're full of pizza. Me too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
let's go. I'm ready for pizza,
Pizza.
in
Hell yeah.
in game, and
Yes.
also saving children, probably.
Probably, yes. Well, we'll see if the dice allow.
Hopefully.
Underneath Ivy, we have the amazing person Kakashi. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Hello, I'm doing all right. Ready for some more adventures and hopefully some real hero shit.
Yeah.
Tonight, so
Real
pretty excited about that.
Real.
Yeah, some real hero shit.
Well,
right there.
we know from Riku last time that Rosie fancies herself a bit of a hero. Thanks
Yes,
to
she does, and also fancies death a little bit.
yeah,
which
she
seems to-
does a little bit.
yeah.
It's very concerning.
And
Real.
of course, Riku being played by Sleepy Squubs. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm also full of pizza.
Are you full of pizza? Nice.
I
Get
am.
some pizza. Chat, the voice is a little quiet. I will bump them up a little bit. You let me know if that is any better. All right. Well, we have our
Testing,
four.
Raven.
Thank you. We have our four lovely players here tonight to continue our second episode ever of Teyvat Travels. Last time, guys, during the recap, I was talking about it. You did quite a lot of stuff. After saving Maya in session 0, which is up on Patreon, you guys decided to talk to Hilda a little bit about what it means to be guild life, which was kind of a little focused on you, Kodashi. Because, you know, you sort of wandering around from your past, you wanted to know what being a guild leader was all about, what being a guild member was all about. And Hilda, after seeing your potential in saving Maya, agreed to sort of take you under her wing. And of course, your other friends here agreed to follow and sort of help out the people of Mondstadt, because how could you turn away someone in need? And you've met a whole cast of colorful characters, from Yue Ming meeting the lovely Miss Ashford, the sweet little old lady, to Riku, of course, meeting our favorite NPC so far, Rosie the child, wandering around.
My daughter.
Right? And of course, the interactions we've also had with Ember and Brick, and everyone in between. Of course, Dayu's ties to Cloud Retainer as well. There are lots of people. We're sort of getting a colorful cast, and I do ask if the cast wants to take notes. Get ready for tonight. Oh, look at that!
There she is. That's pretty sad.
What the Raven? Oh no! Okay, Raven, starting us off strong. Oh,
Raven, thank you.
holy
no.
shit! No, here it
Someone else see
Here it is. Here is it.
My
Kashi.
stream is
Oh,
behind.
here
You're
it
gonna
is.
have to tell me what happens.
It's Riku.
Yes!
It's
Here we
Riku.
go.
My girl.
Yay!
There it
Let's
is.
go.
Let's see if we get another. We've got
Yeah,
some.
double.
So, oh god.
That's so much more Mora too.
Okay, we got a shit ton of money. We got a traveling doctor set. We got a Riku constellation, baby.
Let's go.
That's
Um,
amazing.
we've got another traveling doctor set. One of you could have the full set at this point.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's kind of
you're
exciting.
trying to be healed?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean,
We've
Yes.
got
Level
more
up.
Mora. Oh Jesus. Okay,
We're
they're gonna be
rich.
fucking loaded. Oh my
That's
god.
Right.
That's
That's right.
right. Oh,
All right.
That's right.
We
you guys
also
were
got.
gonna be, like almost 1,000.
Oh,
for each.
a 2-star Wakatakeni meal from Inazuma. Delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yum, yum.
Yeah, thank you, Raven.
Okay,
Oh,
we
yummy.
also getting. Oh, well,
Silver sword, let's go.
none of you
Oh,
are
we
sword
don't have
wielders.
sword users.
However, we do have a
Yeah.
2-star silver sword.
Can we sell it?
You can do whatever you want with it.
Okay.
More
perfect.
money.
We've.
Actually,
Oh,
My
Kodashi's gonna
money.
learn.
finally, we got
Oh.
an alchemy material. Some Varunata
Hell
lazarites.
yes.
2-star.
Nice.
Let's go.
That's good
And we
for
don't
making
have
have
extra
potions.
hydro.
Hydro.
That's fine.
That's okay. And another one!
Good. Yay.
Nice.
Oh
Now we
my
can make
god.
Another one.
And we're getting close
Another
to the
one.
end here. Not another 5-star, but we've got a... Fuck off, more Mora. That cannot be true!
Oh.
Yes, we are
It
definitely
is.
over
It
1,000 each
is.
now. We can buy so many things.
Oh, I'm a little worried about that.
Oh,
Oh,
so much money.
Raven.
Raven, thank you so much. The
Thank you,
first
Raven.
Very
Riku
much,
constellation of the game.
Let's go.
Definitely some highlights there. However, last time
Oh.
you guys fought alongside Ember. There may be
Yeah, sure.
opportunities for NPCs to join your party as a 5th or 6th individual.
Oh.
And if
Um,
they have earlier level gear, you could potentially give them higher level gear if you want to. Now, I will say again,
Okay.
we are very early in the game, so saving 2-star and 3-star stuff is like up to you. But if someone does pull like a 4-star, 5-star weapon that none of you can use,
Yeah.
it may be worth
Yeah,
holding
I
on
would-
to it.
I would want to keep that.
Yeah.
So-
if we get Zhongli, not only can we give Zhongli a pole arm if we have an extra that Honeybee doesn't need, Ivy can kiss him.
Stop it. No,
Like
she
two in one
can't.
It
stone.
can happen. It can
can
happen.
If the dice
Smooth
will
not
allow
happening.
it, smoosh,
It's not happening.
Lorax.
If the dice
She's-
roll well,
She's
Not
smooching
happening.
which
him.
will happen.
It's not happening. I'm happy I pulled a Riku, says Raven. Right.
No.
Me too.
I do have a question, DM.
Yes.
How do I acquire this 4-inch diameter tungsten cube in game?
It is... It... You stub your toe on it as you're entering the
Ow.
Adventurers Guild, and it is... All right, fine. You know what? Fuck it. Dayu, I want you to listen really closely.
Okay.
As the four of you were making your way back from the adventure that you just took with Ember, you were making your way into the Adventurers Guild, and before the woman, before not knowing where Hilda was, you were entering and you thought you saw something out of the corner of your eye. You decided to ignore it for the moment, but as you turn back and look towards the entrance, as this woman comes rushing in frantic, it catches your eye once again. Something gleaming, something shiny, and as a stone expert yourself, it seems unnatural, out of place, and almost humming with potential. This woman mumbles something about a lost child. You don't give a fuck, but you are looking at something gorgeous on the ground right now. She starts to drone and says, "My child, wah, 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 wah," in your ears as you feel a throbbing in your heart. You gaze down as a vignette of blur begins to coalesce around your vision, and as you stare, something calls out to you about this small cube, refined almost in a way that you aren't, shiny in a way that stones beget lustrous opalescence. But it is strange because it is not translucent in nature. No, it carries a metallic sheen with strange, almost delineated markings. And in a trance, you reach down and you pick it up with your dainty she fingers that are hardened by using a bow and your geocatalyst. And as you hold it in your hand, you think to yourself, "Damn, girl, that's heavy."
Archons, that is thick.
And your eyes snap up just in time for Yue Ming to say, "Dayu, are you listening?" As you see tears streaming down this woman's face.
I pocket it. I clear my throat and I say, "Yeah, I'm good. Thanks."
Perfect. Okay. Well, there you go. Friend. I think that is all items divvied up, my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did it.
We've also had a blast and a heal on Kashi and a minus and a plus on Kashi. So Kashi, you're just rocking neutral right now.
I'm just rocking neutral.
Perfect.
I am an electron and a proton all at once, apparently.
I love you guys.
Sam.
Okay. Game time, right? All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, are we ready to start, chat?
Here we go.
Oh, my child is missing.
All the sillies.
But look at this cool rock I
All right. Let's get
Instead of what?
serious. Let's get
Caillou,
serious.
there's no
here.
time for rocks right now.
As the four of you are standing in this Adventurers Guild, again, in media res, as this woman has said Rosie was kidnapped. I will say, Riku, you were in the middle of doing something when I called it last session. Do you want to continue it, or do you want to sort of wait to see how the situation plays out here?
I mean, the only thing I was gonna say was that she was gonna like look at the lady like, huh?
Okay.
Huh.
Because she
Okay.
recognizes the name.
This woman stands in front of you now. Or, rather, half leans on Catherine's counter. Her arms propping up her tired body. It looks like she ran halfway across the city and didn't stop for air once. The thought then solidifies in your minds. Rosie has been kidnapped. For three of you, this is alarming, but not particularly startling or recognizable in any way. But for Riku, this name is ringing more alarm bells than the Fortress Mirapede. The woman's tousled blonde curls bounce hastily as she tries to catch her breath and answer Catherine's question that you all seem too shocked to notice. Rosie? Your daughter, Rosie? What do you mean kidnapped? Although Catherine asks the questions, her tone and body language don't exactly seem to convey any sense of urgency, rather just curiosity. The woman takes a sharp inhale once more before taking in her surroundings as she notices the four of you. But she continues. Yes, My daughter, she was out playing like she usually does this morning. But when my husband called her back in for lunch, he said he couldn't find her in any of her usual spots, and he found this. She places her hands forcefully on the counter. And you all see the object she leaves for Catherine to see. It is a small, handmade doll of some kind, resembling that of a 5-pointed star. Toy? Catherine questions. The woman just nods. Yes, but before you say anything, this is Rosie's favorite toy. She wouldn't just leave it behind Marnie's restaurant. And why was she even playing around there? There's too many alleys. You can tell that this woman is starting to spiral. And just for the sake of it, if you guys would like to open tactical mode, this is what she looks like.
Wait, but why does she look like Lux from League of Legends?
She looks like a very young Jean, honestly.
She's pretty.
Would any of you like to do anything as she's starting to spiral here?
I'll leave the floor to Sleepy first.
Yeah.
Sleepy.
I feel like Riku wouldn't know what to say. Like, she's just kind of like staring at her.
Okay.
Like, mouth kind of open. Like, hoping for more information. But she's got like all these mixed feelings because she realizes that she was probably the last one to see Rosie.
Okay. Where did she say Rosie was last seen? What was the place again?
Marnie's
A restaurant?
Yeah,
restaurant.
playing behind Marnie's restaurant.
And where, like, do we know where that is? Like, in terms of, like, northwest, south,
No,
east?
the name has not come up, and because the 4 of you are visitors, it's foreign to you.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we're about to approach this woman.
Well, she correct me if I'm wrong, Kip, didn't she, like, we were at the desk and she kind of like split our party?
Yes, yep. You guys
so
are on either
I'm
side of her.
picturing- Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so I'm
gotcha.
picturing
Right next to her,
Sleepy and I. Sleepy and I are gonna be on the right.
Yeah.
Let's have Yue Ming and Dayu on the left.
Sure.
Kodashi is gonna take in the situation, not just the woman, Catherine's response.
Yep.
But then he's gonna notice Riku react in a certain way.
Sure.
And he's gonna like just like look at Riku for any sign that she's gonna do anything. And as soon as he sees that she, is kind of stuck, he'll go ahead and kind of take a hold of the situation a little bit by like putting his hand like just gently on the desk
Sure.
and saying, "It's gonna be okay. Tell us more about where this Marnie's restaurant is and what Rosie looks like."
Good, Kodashi. She kind of looks to you as you can see that she's very heaving with breath. It is almost going into these sort of panicked style of breathing. But her crystal blue eyes fall on you. You see that her lips have a very sort of deep purple lipstick that have been very sort of carefully applied to them. Her hair kind of bounces, and it is quite messy at this moment. And as she turns to you, I am going to need you to make me a persuasion check to see if your
Okay.
tone can calm her down here.
Sounds good. Let me go ahead. So for persuasion, I have too many Twitch tabs open that I need to close right now.
Fair point.
Okay. I have it open in Canva because I keep having to edit how much more we have.
Yeah, right?
Which isn't a bad thing. All right. So
Fair enough.
persuasion chat, just to remind you, persuasion is under the charisma category. I
Mhm.
do have proficiency with it, so it's going to be a +1, and my charisma is a +2, so a total of
Hell yeah.
+3.
Nice.
And as Kip mentioned before, this is a D10 system, so I'm going to go ahead and roll a D10.
Look at that, smart boy. Okay.
Okay,
Teaching us
and
how to
5
play.
plus 3 is a total of 8.
Okay, you needed a 6. You
Ooh.
passed.
Okay,
Um,
perfect. Good.
She looks at you as you say this, and Kodashi, you have been through your own fare of traumas and scary situations in your life, but sort of the one thing that has always kept you going is the ability to sort of read, understand, and be calm through conversations. And your tone sort of begets that almost naturally. You don't even have to try. You kind of just slip into it as soon as you see someone else panicked. This kind of warm, almost life-giving cadence emanates from your tone, your voice. And you see that her shoulders slowly start to relax as her breathing becomes a little bit more, we'll say, rhythmic. And as her eyes look into you, she says, sorry, I lost myself a little there. It's just she's our only daughter, and I was scared. I know Mondstadt is a safe place, and with the Knights of Favonius patrolling, she should be fine. But it has been hours, and my husband and I can't find a trace of her on our own anywhere. I don't have any other explanation other than she must have been kidnapped. She's such a well-behaved girl, and she wouldn't just leave her toy behind.
First, what is your name, miss?
Right. And Catherine kind of nods, and as she kind of smiles towards Kodashi and Riku, who seem to be sort of taking control of the situation, Catherine takes out a quill and ink and a fresh sheet of commission paper as you see her begin to write. And she looks to you, Kodashi, and to you, Riku. Riku, as Kodashi is sort of doing a good job of speaking to this woman, how are you feeling given the sort of reaction of her talking about Rosie being taken here?
I feel like Riku is like trying to figure out if she wants to say anything to this lady, because getting involved feels like a lot, but then also not getting involved feels like the wrong thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not comfortable expressing how she feels about the situation, but she's very grateful for the fact that Kodashi's like taking control.
Sure. Do you think, and I know Riku's sort of a laissez-faire person, but just to sort of build upon your character, does she show any signs of nerve? Does something like this actually physically rattle her, or is she so practiced as just being like, whatever, that she kind of isn't showing that at all?
I think to a very trained eye, it could be apparent, because she's a very like, like loose, flowy person. I feel like she would be pretty tense in this situation. Okay. But like in terms of like facial expression and the rest of her body language, she would seem as normal.
Yeah. Okay. She looks to you two and she says, sorry, my name is Violet.
Okay. Violet. I'm Kodashi, and this is our party here, Fates Intertwined. We just came back from a mission, but we are ready to help you and find Rosie and get to the bottom of this. And you don't need to be sorry ever about feeling what you're feeling. I totally understand. It's your only daughter. You love her so much. You only want what's best for her, right? And that's why together we're going to get through this and we're going to be strong. Do you know anyone who could have last seen Rosie or interacted with her?
Your words seem to calm her a little bit more as her shoulders relax further, and she kind of looks to the four of you now. You see that her gaze falls a little longer on Dayu than anyone else, as her eyes kind of linger on her. And as she looks back to you, Kodashi, she says, yes, so my husband and I already looked around the area where she said she was going to play, which was Marnie's restaurant, which was just south of the commercial district.
Gotcha.
If any of you are experienced navigators or searchers, then perhaps we could start there. But as for anyone else that could have seen her, she often plays make-believe, sometimes by herself, sometimes with the other children, but there was no one else around Marnie's restaurant when we went over there. It was like a dead zone.
When Riku saw her that morning, where was it?
It was around the fountain, sort of the middle of the city.
Okay, so not by the restaurant.
No, not by the restaurant.
In the fountain's in the center. So, and you said it was south,
like southeast-ish. Yeah, basically
southeast-ish?
The way in my mind, because they don't do a super job in Genshin, I have Mondstadt kind of divided up into 4 quarters, which are just north, south, east, and west, with the fountain being sort of the one in the middle. The cathedral that you guys all know is sort of the western or northwestern part of Mondstadt. The eastern, which is where you guys have spent most of your time so far, is the commercial district, which is where all the shops are. That's where the alchemy tent was. The southern district is sort of where a lot of the residential and Knights of Favonius are. And then the northern district is mostly just like storage and industrial buildings, like windmills and stuff like that.
That was where we rescued Maya. Was the north part?
It was
right?
it was between the north and the east. It was like just on the cusp of
Okay.
the commercial district.
Okay.
In the east. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she explains that to you guys.
Okay. Kodashi's gonna turn to Catherine and say, Catherine, I feel like this is one of the most urgent commissions that has come up. How do we go about this? Can we take this right away? Do you have to write it up? Like, what are the procedures?
She waits for you to finish talking completely as a small, soft smile, practiced as it always is, appears on her face, and she says, yes, I would agree with you, Kodashi, and in the absence of Hilda, who is usually our Commanding Adventurers Guild officer, yes, I will grant you the opportunity to take this commission, and while I will have to do some of the formal paperwork, this is of the utmost importance. If the four of you would like to officially accompany Miss Violet further into the city to try and find her missing child, I will worry about the paperwork for when you all return.
Kodashi's going to go ahead and turn back to his party and say, are you all with me on this?
Riku's gonna be very quick to answer and just like straight up just go, yes.
Dayu will step up as well and put a hand on Riku's back comfortingly, and say, if it's a child in danger, then there's no question. We're doing it.
I'm here.
And
Okay.
yeah, the Kodashi, you kind of turn to Violet, and she sort of, with a very practiced resolve, she's a lot calmer than you would expect her to be sort of this quickly. But your words seem to have a sort of calming effect on her as she nods and she says, okay, in that case, follow me. And if any of you know or hear anything out of the ordinary at all, let me know, okay?
Yes, Miss Violet.
Okay.
Riku's gonna take that moment to pause and look at her and just go, wait. I saw her this morning. By the fountain.
She turns to you, but like almost on a heel as she's walking outside the door, and she's like, earlier this morning, yes, she was there around breakfast time. What did she say where she was going to go or anything she was going to do? Her eyes kind of widen again as you say this.
No, she is like trying to rack her brain to remember their interaction. She's like, I think she said she was going home. At least I told her to go back to her family. She was asking me what it meant to be a hero. She kind of trails off.
Yeah, you say that and trail off, and you see as just you, Riku, I need you to roll me, let's call it just a straight resonance check. So roll a d10 and add your resonance stat, whatever that is.
Let me find it.
Hi, Butters. Thanks for the
Hi,
daily
Butters.
roll.
Thank you, Butters.
Where?
And Weef,
there
thank you for the 5-stream streak.
Yes, let's go.
Okay. Oh!
Ooh.
God, Riku
I don't
and her
have-
goddamn rolls!
I don't have any pluses in that, so that's
You know what?
like,
I'm hoping it beats the DC.
It-
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, you just did. As
Beautiful.
Riku, you see, you're not sure what it is, but in an instant, something flashes across her eyes. They almost glaze over for a second when you say that. You're not sure if it's worry, you're not sure if it's guilt, you're not sure if it's recognition, but something motherly flashes quickly over her eyes. In a split second later, it is gone, and she just sort of says quickly, Rosie is a very adventurous young girl, and she's the best daughter a mother could ask for, but sometimes she lets her whims carry her away. So, if she often plays hero with the other children, it's not something out of the ordinary, but I just hope it hasn't gotten her into trouble this time.
Riku, like, just kind of looks down at her feet for a sec and just like, me too. because
Okay.
like in her head she's like wondering if
Yeah,
it's because of their conversation, like
absolutely.
if somehow she encouraged her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from you, Aiming, or Dayu, or the four of you leaving?
Oh no, she's ready to leave.
Yeah, I'm out the door.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
waiting for them to.
Kodashi.
Kodashi's just quickly, really quick as we're leaving. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a hand on Riku's left shoulder and just give her a little squeeze and
Sure.
give her a smile.
Sure.
And then he's gonna head off.
Yeah. Yeah, you tell Violet to lead the way, and she does. She walks you through the cobbled streets as clouds begin to sort of coalesce in the sky above you. It's a bit grayer than your original walk, and you remember that everything you did with Ember and Brick Brigand was earlier this morning. As now, it's sort of about 2-ish in the afternoon, and you guys make your way through the grayed streets of Mondstadt. The sort of feeling of dread hanging thick in the air. As Violet doesn't say much, she walks with a measured pace, brisk in her gait as you follow her away from the Adventurers Guild, and eventually sort of towards the southeastern side of where this restaurant is. Let's take you guys over there, which is going to be here. Okay.
All right.
You guys, as you approach Marnie's restaurant, you immediately notice something is off. Hi, can't type, but hi. Also, if you come across silly canines. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Butters, hold the phone. Did we not turn it off? That is such a good point. Give me 1 second. Haha, I was in sub-only chat. Thank you, Butters.
Oh my god.
That is so frustrating.
No.
Sorry if anyone was out there and
no.
trying to speak to us.
Oh, no,
we
so
have to
sorry,
remember
Chad.
that.
We do have to remember that.
Oh,
That's the
Yeah,
problem with it
'cause
not
our-
being
the
a
last
sub-only
thing-
stream. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well,
so
now we
sorry,
know.
Chad.
Sorry about that, chat.
We love you.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm not trying to get
Butters.
that back. I promise. I will say
you're
Butters did a
free.
good thing there of redeeming, or you can redeem highlight. That's always an option, and you guys can talk
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
But sorry, you guys are freed. I'm sorry. We don't do
Aw.
sub only chats, unlike except for Gribble Shiny Bits. Imagine not being sub. I know, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
So
I
sorry, guys.
appreciate those of you that have hung around. Feel free to shout in chat if you're here. Highlight doesn't work? Oh, weird. I guess because that's highlighting an
Really?
existing message. Strange.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, thank you, Butters, for redeeming that. It's good to know.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, good to see you though.
Yes. You guys make your way towards this restaurant, and as you do, all four of you see something out of the ordinary almost immediately. Standing outside of this very quaint, otherwise happy-looking restaurant, you see a group of guards, Knights of Favonius, and standing next to them, a familiar, shorter, green tunicked officer. Hilda is standing outside of the restaurant right now.
Okay.
She seems to be talking to some of the Knights of Favonius and to someone standing in the doorway of the restaurant that you can't see beyond the guard's stature. As the four of you plus Violet walk up to around Marnie's restaurant, Hilda kind of trails off what she was saying to one of the guards as her eyes kind of widen and she sees the five of you walking around. She sort of holds up a hand and she says, "Oh, Kodashi, Dayu, Yueming, Riku, and, Miss Violet. What are the five of you doing here?"
We're here on an emergency commission for Miss Violet. Rosie is missing.
She takes a moment to process this. As you can see, she kind of has a lot going on right now. And she just kind of shakes her head and does a double take. And she's like, "What? Rosie as in Rosie, your child?" And she looks to Violet. And Violet kind of nods her head quickly. And she says, "Yes, but these very kind adventurers commissioned by Catherine, they're going to help me look for her. She was last seen playing around Marnie's restaurant." And Hilda stops her and goes, "Violet, hold on. I know this is scary, but when was the last time you or anyone saw Rosie?" And Violet continues and she goes, I'm not sure. I just know she was playing here around lunchtime. And when my husband tried to call her inside a few hours ago, she didn't come." You see Hilda's brow furrows as some of the Knights of Favonius kind of turn behind her to listen in. And it's sort of at this point that you notice something feels a little off here. And your memories sort of react as you remember Catherine saying that Hilda was called away to an emergency in town.
Right. Hilda, is this related? Do you think whatever you're doing, you don't need to tell me the details. I know it's probably all, official guild stuff, but is this something that can help us on our commission here?
Her brow remains furrowed as she looks to the five of you, and she goes, I didn't expect it to be related, but this is a bit too much of a coincidence. And I appreciate you giving me the benefit of privacy here, Kodashi, because yes, this is a little bit... And no sooner does she say that, you hear someone from within the doorway go, Me! Robbed! Can you fucking imagine that in broad daylight? And you see as Hilda just puts a hand to her face. And
There goes the privacy.
You all... Yep. You all see
Marnie,
now, come from behind Hilda, which is why you couldn't see her, a woman even shorter than Hilda, with long
Wow.
brown braided hair tossed behind her shoulders, still wearing a chef's apron and a bewildered expression on her face as she steps out beside Hilda to continue the conversation. Well, I wish it was any different, but it's the gosh darn truth. I just don't understand it. And if you guys take a look at tactical mode, there is our lovely Chef Marnie.
Oh my
It's just
God.
Marnie from
Aw.
Stardew.
Marnie.
Yeah, it's Marnie.
Okay.
Just Genshified.
Yes, yes, you
Gentrified?
do. Yeah, pretty much gentrified there. You see Hilda say, well, okay, yes, that is what I was here doing, Marnie. And she turns to Marnie and she goes, Marnie, how many times have I told you that the only way we can get information about these kinds of things is if we keep it under wraps? And Marnie's eyes widen and she goes, oh, yep, my apologies, I'll keep it. She sort of makes the zipping motion over her lips. And you see her as she
Oh,
and
that's funny.
Hilda just kind of, it's really neither here nor there with Marnie right now. I was called here to deal with this situation. Yes, there's been a robbery, but I don't think that would have anything to do with Rosie unless she's turned into a kleptomaniac recently. As she sort of looks to Violet and the four of you.
We're worried that Violet. Fuck. Hold on.
That's okay. A lot of
We're
names.
worried
I told
that-
you. I
yeah,
said this was
yeah,
a session.
You're right. We're worried that Rosie got kidnapped because, as Violet said, she hasn't been really ever one to go off on her own. Always been a good girl. So what if the people robbed this place, kidnapped Rosie?
Hilda kind of scratches her chin for a second, and she looks and still sees the concern, although measured in Violet's eyes. And she says, there's a lot of puzzle pieces right now. I'm not sure if they fit together, and we can't jump to any conclusions. But the most important thing is Rosie, this child's safety. And she looks to all four of you, and she says, Catherine, you cleared this with her. This is sort of an official commission request.
Yeah, she still has some paperwork to finish up, but she agreed that this was of utmost importance. And
Good. That's
but
fine.
we did get permission from her, and we did finish the other commission. You can talk to Ember about everything wrapped up there, but that's all settled for now.
Yes, and she sort of shakes her head and she says, we'll talk about that later. All I was concerned with was the fact that, yes, you did talk to Catherine about this. In that case, I will leave it in your capable hands. I have to follow up with Marnie here and sort of get all of the claims that I can about what she lost and being robbed, but if you need help, you know where to find me. Otherwise, 4 of you plus Violet should be enough to learn about Rosie's whereabouts. And she kind of gets a little closer to the 4 of you, and she's closest to you, Yue Ming, and you can feel her breath kind of on your face as she says this. And she says, if there is something malicious, you come to me first, okay? If we need backup, you let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Claro.
She kind of nods,
Hilda kind of sussing me out.
and she kind of turns
Yeah.
to Marnie. And Marnie's and Hilda's like, oh, can we we'll finish this back inside the restaurant, okay? And she turns to you and she nods. And
Can we ask Marnie anything? at this point?
I mean, you can try. And Hilda kind of has her under wraps, and Violet is pulling you elsewhere. But if you want to try, you're welcome to.
Yeah, maybe before we leave, I just Daiyu would walk up to both of them and just say, is there any information you can give us about what you might have seen during the robbery? Did you happen to see children at all during that?
And Hilda goes, oh, for fuck, Marnie, just unzip it. And Marnie goes, oh, finally! Oh my god, you can't tell how much I've been willing to talk. And Hilda goes, yeah, I know. And Marnie says, well, like I already told Hilda, I wasn't around. I only had one other person working with myself today, and we were both on lunch. But no, children don't usually play around my restaurant. It's just a bunch of streets and alleys, not much for toys or getting in the way of games or anything like that. So no, I didn't see nothing.
You said there was another person and they were with you?
Yeah, that would be Clint. He's my second in command here.
Is he also from Stardew Valley?
What's a Stardew?
Okay, no further questions. Thank you.
The toy that Rosie left behind is actually just a star drop.
Yeah.
You're piecing it together now. Marnie kind of nods. And Violet pulls the four of you behind Marnie's restaurant into the alleyways that she mentioned.
Right.
Now, she takes you guys over there into the alleyways, and this is what you guys are left with. The alley itself around Marnie's restaurant is rather narrow. About 3 people could fit side by side at once.
Okay.
Oh.
It's not quite maze-like, it's very grid-like. Like if you think of somewhere like New York City, this kind of section of the lower commercial district is divided into blocks, but these kind of alleys press up against these larger stone walls that have risen buildings and stuff on them like that. So it's not like someone could easily just jump out of the alley. These walls are rather tall. You go down on the right side of Marnie's restaurant, and the alley kind of splits. It continues going straight into what you assume is the outer wall of Mondstadt City. It goes west around the back of Marnie's restaurant, and it goes east, which just very quickly opens up into the larger commercial district. So it's a bit like a plus, so to speak. Alice, thank you for the lurk.
Hi, Alice.
You guys, as she takes you, it's not empty. It is sort of like a storage alley. You do see there is a back door on Marnie's restaurant as well. And next to Marnie's restaurant, out the back, there are a couple of storage crates, a couple of barrels. In fact, as you look up and down the alley, it does seem like there are quite a few crates, barrels. There's even an abandoned sort of a hitch of a wagon that you'd hitch to the back of a horse nearby as well. Presumably, you don't need to roll for this, presumably for like delivering supplies to a restaurant, as you would, bags of flour, barley, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
This is where we're going to start our first investigation session. Where the 4 of you, it is up to you to help solve the mystery of Rosie's disappearance. Currently, of course, you can question Violet, who is standing there in hand with the only evidence that you currently have, which is Rosie's plush star. Now, here's how these sessions are going to go.
You said it was a...
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, a 5-pointed star. Right?
5-pointed star,
You said the plush was? Okay.
The way this is going to work is if you guys can amass enough evidence, then you can solve this case without any further intervention yourselves. If you can't solve it, then we're going to have to escalate it and see what happens when you get other people involved. It is just as players within your best interest to do everything you can for any NPC safety like Rosie to see if you can solve the case by finding enough evidence to make a claim and then proving it. All right?
Right. One more quick question. You said this... Was this alleyway, you said it's close to the outer wall of Mondstadt?
Yep, it is. Yep.
Or...
It
okay.
is.
All right. I just wanted to get that down for my notes.
Yep.
Before we get started, I need to use the restroom.
Yeah,
if that's okay.
go for it.
So I'm going to quickly go do that.
Yeah. Yes, Daiyu.
I was gonna. I don't know if this is an actual thing, but is the walls around us are all stone, right?
They are all stone, correct.
Can I touch it and feel any sort of resonance or anything? Does it speak to me at all?
Are there titans hidden in them?
That is a nice. That is a very, very good start, Dayu. I will say what I want from the four of you is I want all four of you to tell me the first investigative action that you would be making in this circumstance. The obvious one is you can talk to Violet and ask about Rosie, look at the plushie. Dayu has gone her own elemental route and is going to investigate the stone. So Yue Ming, Riku, I'm also going to need something from either of you, and Kodashi when he gets back myself. So Dayu, I will get to that. Yue Ming, what do you think you want to do here? What's the first step you take? Hi, Breezy.
I think she's going to be investigating the alleyway itself,
Okay.
kind of looking for anything that seems out of place, because I feel like she's one that's very connected to outdoors and trekking and things like that with her background. So I think that's what she's going to go for first.
Okay. Riku?
I think Riku's gonna look at the plush.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect, guys. And we'll definitely wait for Kodachi to get back, and I'm sure he'll want to talk to Violet, as he is sort of the
very
charismatic one.
charismatic.
But this is where you guys want to be taking your notes and forging your investigations together. Although you have your individual actions, you do want to be talking to each other as players, not so much as characters, to see what is it you can unearth. And the only reason I'm kind of tutorializing this is because this is something that happens in normal D&D games that we'll see going forward. So we shall see how these investigations go.
Nice.
Well, we will start with you, Dayu, just to keep the game moving for the time being. And you are going to investigate the stone walls around you, yes?
Yeah. I'm immediately upon entrance, I noticed that it's rock, something that Dayu speaks to very well. Not in the traditional language of speaking, but like she can, if she touches something made of stone, mineral, crystal, whatever, it has a certain ring to it, like most rocks do. Like if you were to hit jade with a object, it would actually ring.
Yeah.
So I imagine most rocks would do this. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay. Are
See
you...
if it says anything.
Yeah. Are you trying to specifically discern for, like, traces of elemental energy, or specifically, like, or was there anything off about the rocks themselves?
No, I think she would... I think, like, most things, they would, like... energies interact, and that she would be trying to feel for if another person was here, and if she can, like, discern any resonant, like... elemental energy, resonance energy of another person. Maybe she can't actually pinpoint who that person is, but like, was there like energy here that she might be able to discern?
Yeah, to feel the energies around the stones rather than the actual geo itself. Roll me a harmony check, Dayu.
Oh, okay.
Kodashi, I don't know if you heard us. Perfect. Yeah, awesome. Alice, thank you for the 3-stream streak.
A harmony. If you want to explain that to Kashi quick.
He's muted, but he said yes.
I heard it.
He
Yeah,
heard it.
I heard everything. Yeah. Sorry.
What is your action, Kodashi? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll definitely go ahead and get some more background information from Violet.
Sounds good. Yes. What's the total there, Dayu?
That's a 3.
Unfortunately, you needed higher than that here. So...
At 500 bits!
That's
I
true.
mean, Ray never responded about her 500
That's
biddies.
true.
That's true.
She did say just add it to the
She
pool.
was saving it for a rainy day.
She was.
Yeah,
She did say add it to the
so-
pool. Well, anyone that's not Snow, Kashi, or Ivy would like to claim it, you're welcome to do so. Well, and Riku and Yue Ming. But yes.
I have one already.
You have an actual reroll, yes, from Kashi, which is very kind. Yes, well, Dayu, if we don't. It's a +1 from Snow, which
That's
makes
not
it
gonna do
a... What's the total there?
4.
4 is still not quite enough.
Yeah.
Okay, good try though,
Thanks for
Snow.
trying, Snow.
Yeah, that's all right.
Dayu, you hold out your hands to the walls around you and try and get a feel for the stone. Usually, back in Chenyu Vale, you are pretty good at this. And you know that stones tell a story, the way they are shifted, the way they vibrate and interact with other energies around them. What you haven't accounted for is the fact that Raven has donated 500 biddies to roll Raven.
Roll it.
Oh
Love you,
my
thank
God.
you.
Raven,
you're
thank
so
you.
Thank
Raven
you.
says no. Let Dayu know what's going on.
Mhm.
Feel free to roll it yourself, Raven. With exclamation mark roll.
Oh, Alice, I'm sorry, friend.
Not the phone
Oh,
dying.
Is your charger?
No.
Or is your charger not available?
No charger.
Oh no.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, we got
Okay.
the Raven
That's
luck here
also-
tonight.
Raven.
Almost plus one as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
Raven's our sugar daddy.
we'll say
Yeah.
that. So that
They
is
are.
an 11 plus Snow's 1 is a 12. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Dayu, you aren't used to the stone in Mondstadt, and in fact, the wind has a bit of an interference with the way that the stones interact here, because rather than it being rather still and keeping memory, it seems like the stone is always shifting as the wind sort of cascades over it, eroding it slowly over time, as wind does. You are used to this in the peaks of Chenyu Vale, when you climb to the top of the mountains for training with Cloud Retainer, and you watch silently as the wind erodes stone over years, right? You hold out your hands for this harmony check, and you try and place if there were any sort of reverberations, anything that the stones might be able to tell you around this. And it does take some time, so I'll say while everyone else is doing their things, you are doing this. But I will tell you what your success nets at the end, okay? Because yours is going to take the
Okay.
longest here.
Okay.
I will do Yue Ming. What would you like to do? I know you said sort of take a look into the alley. Tell me what you're looking for in the alley itself.
I think she'd be looking for like any signs of like small children type of playing around there, anything that kind of looks out of place, or seeing if she can kind of catch on to it. The thing is, it's stone, so I don't think she's gonna be able to catch on to any like tracks type of
Well,
stuff.
give me,
either.
in that case, give me a methodology check. Which is, it's intellect based, so it's a d10 plus your int, and then if you have methodology, plus 1.
I don't, but I have good intellect.
Yes,
so-
you do.
Okay, beautiful.
Let's see it. Okay.
Okay.
That's 8.
That's enough.
Oh,
8 is
wow.
enough.
Let's go.
Well,
Awesome.
okay, your first official piece of evidence here, Yue Ming. You sort of gaze through the alleyway, looking to see if you can find anything that would sort of beget that Rosie was here or that other people were here. Again, you don't quite have the story straight. Violet just said, and Kodashi hasn't talked to her yet, but Violet just said she was playing around here and she thinks she was kidnapped because her star was left here and no one else was around and they couldn't find Rosie anywhere else, right?
Right.
So you are looking to see, can I corroborate that? Can I see if there are signs of Rosie playing here? Can I see if there are any signs of other people in here? Here's what you find, Yue Ming.
Okay.
As you are pacing up and down the cobbled streets of this alleyway, the ground underneath you is soft. The walls on either side of you are hard. There's enough, like I said, room for you to stretch, 3 people side to side. You sort of look around the wooden exterior of Marnie's restaurant. You take a look around at the crates. And as you're giving your precursor glance here, you are pretty good at tracking. I mean, you come from Inazuma. You come from sort of a very rural environment. So you have this idea of what to look for when people are around. There are no obvious signs of a scuffle of any kind. If Rosie was kidnapped here, it's like she was scooped up from the clean ground. There are no footprints. There are no signs of struggle marks. There's no torn fabric. God forbid, there's no bloodstains anywhere. So it looks like if Rosie was kidnapped from here, or if anything happened here, there's almost no sign. The only thing to you that looks like there has been movement is because this is an alley, like I said, there is some dust settling around the wheels of the wagon, and there's a couple of, like, iron pittons just sort of hanging onto one of the wooden crates nearby. And there's, like, a little tapestry of Marnie's restaurant out of her back door just flapping in the breeze, but it's small. Those are, like, the only signs of movement as things kind of, like, dust and roll around. Everything else is kind of clean. There's nothing else back here. Okay.
It's an iron pittance.
Oh, it's like a big nail that you like a tent stake. When you're putting up a tent, it's like that big
Okay,
thing you
alright.
hit in
Gotcha.
the ground.
Okay, gotcha.
Let's do Kodashi and then we'll do Riku. Kodashi, what would you like to do here?
So, it has not been established to anyone what Rosie looks like besides Riku.
Correct. That is
so
correct.
Kodashi wants to get a
Yeah.
physical description of Rosie. And what, has this ever happened before and that kind of thing.
Sure.
So he'll go up to Violet and be like, Violet, I already know you gave us some information, but I was hoping I could glean a little bit more from you. Can you give me a physical description of Rosie? What does she look like? Her hair, her size, how
Yes.
small she is,
I
that kind of thing.
suppose that would be helpful. She looks similar to me in a way. She has blonde hair that we keep up in twin pigtails. She's small, about 8 years old. She often wears the color red, which is what she was wearing this morning, underneath her white tunic. She loves to run, she loves to play, and she's a very responsible child. She's never tried to run away before. She never throws tantrums of any kind. She has a fascination, yes, with adventuring and play fighting and what it means to be a hero, but beyond that, she always comes in when we call. She loves her family very much, and it is very unlike her that if she did leave, then she would have at least told an adult, especially me, my husband, or her grandmother.
Has anything like this happened before? Anything even akin to it?
She says, why don't you, to help her jog her memory, roll another persuasion check here.
Sure, yeah. Let me double check. It's a +3. Okay.
Hi, LD.
Hi, LD. Thank you for the roll.
Oh!
Ooh,
That's going to be a
alright.
12 then, Nicholas.
Hot dice.
Fantastic. You guys are rolling.
Yeah, we're rolling today.
Okay. She thinks for a moment, Kodashi, as your words again kind of soothe her visage here, and she says, not particularly. Like I said, she's never tried to run away from home or anything, but she's the leader of her little friend group, or at least she likes to think she is. So there was one time that she was playing hide and seek that all of the children ended up looking for her for 5 hours, as she claimed she was the best hide and seeker to ever exist in Mondstadt. We did find her, of course. She was evidently hiding inside of the fountain.
Violet, you are so brave during all of this. Thank you. We're gonna find your daughter.
I know. I hope she's okay. I'm sure we will find her. I hope she's okay.
Okay. Can I do one more thing?
Well, say for now we'll move on, just so we can sort of divvy it up.
Oh, it was kind of like a role-playing thing, but
Oh,
if
sure.
you,
Yeah.
yeah. Kodashi is just gonna kind of like walk up to Riku and be like, "Hey, are you doing okay?"
Riku's just kind of gonna like stare at him and just
Processing.
like, yeah, she's like, what is this guy? Why is he asking me this? And he's gonna like glance back at Violet and then back at him and just be like, I'm fine.
Okay. Let me know if I can do anything for you. And Kodashi just walks on and goes up to Yui Ming and starts to talk to her.
Yeah, and Kodashi, while it is in your nature to be helpful, you don't know Riku enough yet to know her tells. So when she says she's fine, you're not quite sure you necessarily believe her, but you don't have anything else to go off of yet. So, she's just kind of like, yeah, and you're like, all right, well, if you need help, let me know. Which is a perfect segue to Riku after Kodashi sort of leaves your side. What are you doing over here?
Riku wants to look at the star plush.
Okay.
And kind of like examine it for any like signs of wear and tear that wouldn't be normal for a kid's toy, right? And I think she'll also ask Violet and be like, is this what it looked like the last time you saw it?
She looks to you. While she answers, Riku, I want you to also make a methodology check for me.
Let me pull up my thing. Okay.
Methodology.
And she says to you oh, that's less good, Riku.
Oh, no.
That's a free
Oh no.
That's
oh
a
no.
Remember, chat.
I know.
500 bits.
500 bits.
We'll re-roll this atrocious roll.
I'll tell you what, guys. I will let the four of you, if no one in chat does claim it, I'll let the four of you decide when to use Raise Reroll as a party. So if you would like to, you're welcome to, Riku, unless you want to save it for later in the session.
I don't. What do you guys think?
I
I'm
say
fine with
this
you
is
using it.
yeah. I say use it. We already have something good from Yue Ming, something good from Daiyu, something good from me.
Oh!
and I think
Oh,
we need
and
something
there's
good.
Butters.
Or we
with-
just-
Butters
Never
is
mind,
rerolled
Butters
anyway!
is
Fine.
beautiful.
Use Butters.
Butters,
500
Get your
bits.
ass in the action. Go ahead and type exclamation mark roll, and let's see that D10, Butters. You do it yourself.
That's
Hopefully you
incredible.
roll
Fuck
higher.
yeah, thanks, Butters.
Yeah,
I love you
fingers
guys.
crossed, Butters.
Don't forget
Thank
to
you,
stretch.
Butters, so
Chat.
much.
Thank you, guys.
Don't
Yes.
stretch.
Yes.
It's
not
Thank
any better
you.
than
You
a
got it.
3.
It's in your hands, Butters.
Exclamation mark roll, bestie.
I rolled a 1 on 1 to run.
Well,
Hey, Sleepy, do you want to use Raised Biddy?
No, I feel like we can only do one reroll here. I think we're gonna stick on the one.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
like that's fair.
You don't stack
God.
those inspirations, okay?
That's hilarious.
Rip.
Oh man. All right.
No.
So
you
well,
have to take
yeah,
the
you
one,
don't
too.
stack inspirations. Technically, Butters could reroll again if she wanted to, but because we always take whatever the result is, not the highest. So Sleepy has to take the one now.
Yep.
Um.
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah,
where we
that's
will
funny.
stay. Well, that's okay, Butters. It was
Okay,
hilarious.
It's fine. It's
Um,
fun.
Riku,
It's okay,
you
Butters.
you take a look at the star plushie, but you are unable to discern really anything out of the ordinary about it. It looks like a plushie. It's definitely got some wear and tear, but you can't tell if that was recent or if that's just because it's a well-loved stuffed animal. Violet did say it was Rosie's favorite, so you have that to go off of. But at least Violet does say to you, Riku, yes, when I was back here looking for her earlier, I found it. It was placed right over there. And she motions to you, and she points to a nearby barrel. And she says that it was on top of that nearby barrel.
Riku is gonna look back at Violet and like hold on to the plushie
Mhm.
and be like, "Can I hold on to this for now?"
And she says, of course, if you think it would help, yeah.
Kind of like tucks it into her little side bag.
Mm.
And then she's gonna go over to the barrel.
Okay, sure. You do. I will say, as you do this, Daiyu, you have spent enough time with your stone, and sort of searching for any different reverberations and that kind of stuff. You, with your role, have learned that the stones here, over the past, like, 5-ish hours, have been disturbed. In a way that is not just like dust or a cat walking through. It is they have been stepped on repeatedly. Again, you're not a high level Allogene yet. You're barely a level 1 Geo user, so you can't tell if there were like multiple people or that kind of thing, or what they looked like, or what time they were there. But what you can tell is there were some rather heavy sort of rearranging of the stone. And then a little further back, stone that was also disturbed, but only slightly, as if something very light moved on that stone.
When you say back,
Mhm.
do you mean in time or in like
Nope.
position?
In position. So if we're talking about you sort of guiding your hand along the wall, on the side alley, like where you guys walked down next to Marnie's restaurant, that feels like
Yeah.
it was disturbed a little bit more heavily. But the actual space behind Marnie's restaurant, there is some disturbance, but it's a lot lighter.
Okay.
So I will say that is official evidence. What Yue Ming said was official evidence, and Kodashi's writ or what's the word I'm looking for? Statement from Violet is also official evidence. Unfortunately, Riku did not nail her role there to
Sad.
see anything about the star plush. But those are the 3 official pieces of evidence you guys have so far.
Okay. I think I think I will be the first to clear my throat and just motion everybody a little bit closer, and just say the stone here has said that. And I like kind of look up because like that's not a normal thing to say to people.
Mhm.
And hopefully no one's giving me weird looks. And I'm like keeping my hand on the wall as I say this, and I say, the stone here has said that there has been some disturbances. I think it would make sense to say there have been workers or some sort of heavy-footed knights near the front of this establishment within, and she closed her eyes and tried to like really focus,
Sure.
within the last 5 or so hours, but I do feel a little one's presence right over there, and she points towards the back of the alley
Mhm.
where she felt the smaller presence.
Yep.
And she says, I can't tell if it's Rosie or not, but there's definitely a child.
Or at least something light, something much lighter footed.
Yeah.
Raven, there's been a disturbance in the force.
Yeah, I'm literally just a force.
Yeah, no, like
A
legit.
force
I'm one
walker.
with the force, and the force is with me. I'm one with the force, and the force is with me.
You
I'll
aiming?
get back. I got you, PG.
Yeah, you got it. Riku.
Really interesting power you have with rocks. She's like really confused how you came across all of that. Like rocks are speaking to her. Not like this is a strange person and I shouldn't be friends with them, but more like that is really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to ask her about that later on.
Yeah, Daya will blush and just say, it's something that runs in my family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I was looking around. It doesn't look like anything even happened here. I mean, normally if you get like a kidnapping or there's some fight back even from small child. So I don't know. I don't see anything like that. There's no stuff falling over. There's no footprints. There's nothing out here. I don't If she was over here and she got kidnapped here, I highly doubt it, honestly. I think something happened after.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
What did you find, Kodashi?
Violet did say that she does love to play hero, but she also said she's kind of the leader of their group of friends. And one time, this hasn't happened exactly before, but they were playing hide and seek, and they searched for hours to find Rosie. She's apparently really good at hiding. So I don't know, maybe Rosie is hiding somewhere instead
True.
of being kidnapped.
She could still be playing.
Yeah. Maybe if Sleepy Scrubs would come back to her seat, this would be a great transition.
It would be,
Oh,
yes.
wait. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'm holding onto the wall. I feel Sleepy Scrubs coming back.
There she
She's
is.
coming back. That being said, Kodashi, thank you. Maybe if she is still playing and still hiding, maybe her toy would be something that would entail that. What did you find out about the toy, Riku?
What did I miss something like important?
Yeah. What did just tell us your findings?
just-
This
yeah,
is just
we're
Everyone's
just
just
We're
talking
talking
about
about
what they
what
found.
we found out.
Oh,
In
okay,
character.
okay.
Yeah.
Riku's gonna pull it back out of her bag, and like run her eyes over it again, and she's like, unfortunately, I couldn't find much. It just looks like a child's toy. Violet said it looks the same as when she last saw it, so I don't know. It's definitely well loved, but that's all I got.
Where
Did
was
she
it?
say anything? Yeah.
Oh,
Go on.
she saw it by this barrel here. I was getting ready to go check it out if you guys want to help look for anything, but
Yeah.
Um,
It could be a
that's
clue.
all I know.
Kodashi did
clue?
say.
A
Kodashi
clue?
did say that Violet had mentioned she does love to play, and that
Especially
maybe
hide and seek.
she is still playing because it doesn't seem like there was a scuffle here.
Yeah, she could be. When I saw her this morning, she definitely seemed upbeat and energetic and not like she was ready to go home anytime soon, so she could still be playing, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she like okay, because you said you know her little bit, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So is she like a how is it? Misshapen child? Is it miss
Mischievous, you I mean? Is that
Miss
what you're trying to say?
Mischievous?
miss
Yes.
that one?
Yes.
Is
Yes.
that her personality a little bit?
Oh, well, from what I can tell, yeah. She That's not my first time meeting Rosie.
Oh.
I met her
Oh.
when I arrived in Mondstadt too, and the same thing. She is just really curious about what it means to be an adventurer and hero and visions and
Hmm.
sticking her nose where it doesn't belong.
Well, we've seen what rambunctiousness does to an adventurous
I
soul.
swear, if she's
So,
another Maya, I quit.
Maya.
I guess we walk up to the cart to investigate. Who has the best investigation skills?
Uh,
Is that I forgot. I don't think we have like full on investigation as a
Yeah.
thing.
You
I don't remember what
don't.
we
I
use
have
for that.
I have a high intuition, but
I have
I
high
mean,
intellect.
Can we?
I have high dex.
What's next for us, Kip? Are we going to do another
Yeah,
round of
so
investigation, or
well,
what's next?
as this is the first one, we're only going to do the one round of investigation here.
Okay.
And you guys have come up with 3 pieces of evidence. What I want to know is, do you guys have a hypothesis? Something you could posit could be what happened to Rosie to bring to Violet, because she is still looking at you all with worried eyes.
Right.
Personally, I'm
Hmm.
thinking that either there's no like scuffle or no.
Mhm.
I don't know. Did you say no footprints?
Yeah,
No
no
footprints.
visible footprints, I will say.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Part of me feels like she did escape into one of these barrels or boxes, maybe,
Right.
and fell asleep or something, and that's why she didn't come when she was called. Or she heard about the robbery and went and hid and doesn't know it's safe to come out yet.
Yeah.
But
Or
there
tried
is some sort
to-
of thing I'm leaning
to play
towards that she's
hero.
or tried to play hero and it didn't work out and she's hiding somewhere or something,
Yeah,
because like I feel like the thing about hide and seek is very important and imperative. And you said that something way over there, you felt at least something light, right? Yes, Rosie is
Yeah.
missing too. Something light
Yeah,
interacted
so-
with the wall.
Yeah, like I'm thinking, like, did she look down this hall and say there's nowhere to hide here? And maybe we could look at the end of the hall too, but
Right.
if there's no disturbance there, then
Yeah.
and
I think-
I wonder too,
think
because
she
she
got
said
kidnapped.
I didn't go she doesn't go anywhere without talking to like her grandparents too, or her grandma,
Right.
right? Like maybe
Mhm.
has she checked with grandma yet that Rosie might be there?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think based on like her conversation with Riku that morning too, when she asked what it means to be a hero, and Riku told her that heroes helped people in need.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think her thought process could kind of be, did she hear about or witness this robbery taking place and think that she could play hero and get herself wrapped up into the trouble of it somehow?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we don't know if she was playing with other people, but because there's no signs of other people here playing in the alleyway, I mean, there are different parts of the alley. that Kip mentioned, but this was the main part, right, Kip?
Yep.
Right behind
Correct.
the restaurant.
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe the other kids are like playing they like she is the leader of the group, so maybe she played hero for them and told them all to hide, and they're all hiding somewhere. Because I don't think she would go into action and try and like stop the robbery. I
Yeah.
really don't think that would be a thing she would do, because of what you gave a definition of, Sleepy. Plus she's not like mischievous, and she is very energetic, but I feel like she would care about her friends and be like, okay guys, I heard from Miss Riku that being a hero is like doing stuff for other people, so let's all go this way and hide. And that's why there's movement on the rock wall itself. And then maybe she was the last one and she's like the light movement, because things in the last 5 hours have moved, so maybe like the entire group of kids caused the big movement and she caused the little movement, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So
And the fact that this doll wasn't just thrown about, like it was placed deliberately on
placed.
this barrel. Like
Mhm.
yeah.
it feels intentional that she left it there. You know.
Okay. All right.
Well,
So either
Can I look in
I
the
don't-
barrel?
I don't think she was
yes.
kidnapped.
I'm gonna.
That is
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go and investigate the barrels and stuff in a second, but I
Okay.
do want you, because a mother is panicking right here. What is
Yes,
your
yeah.
hypothesis that you are going to give her? And we'll sort of move from there to see if you're right or not.
I think
We tell her that we don't believe she's kidnapped.
Okay.
Mhm.
yes. I think that Rosie still exists somewhere in the city, at least.
Okay.
I don't think she went outside Mondstadt. I think we can confirm that she is still nearby somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's no, there would be footprints or something leading out of this area.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely don't think she left like the walls of
the walls
city.
of Mondstadt.
Yeah.
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 So
It's just a matter of using her tools to get to find her.
your
Correct.
current hypothesis is Rosie was probably not kidnapped, probably still exists somewhere in the city. And what is Rosie's motive here? Do you think she hid? Do you think she tried to protect people? Or do you think someone really took her somewhere?
I think that she was trying to protect people and play
Okay.
hero.
That's what I
Yeah,
think
like
too.
I wonder if her idea of playing hero was being the leader of these kids and being like, I need to protect my friends, and is hiding but also helping her friends hide, and
Yeah.
being hero in the way that she can be, instead of it being an actual kidnapping.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sure. Well, I will say then, for brevity's sake, you guys all relay what you have learned and your idea to Violet. And as you give her this specific hypothesis, you see her face calm a little, but she still looks a little confused and a little curious as you say this to her. And she says to you, but I didn't think she was playing with anyone else today. It's possible that maybe she was, and then she told them to run, but if you think she wasn't kidnapped at the very least, that does assuage my worries. I guess the next step would then be, where is she, and why she didn't come back when she was called? And at this, if you guys would like to continue your investigation and go towards the barrel, you're welcome to. I will say, you haven't quite calmed her in the way of a perfect hypothesis if this was a video game, but you have at least assuaged her doubts. So you guys are on the right track, I will say that. So you head over to that barrel, Dayu?
Wake up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as I turn, I'll tell Violet that
Okay.
she
Yeah,
may be
you're
in
okay.
the walls of the city still. We just need to discern where now, and start where the toy was placed.
Yeah, okay.
To kind of see, check in barrels, in
Yep.
boxes, underneath the cart,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
all around that area.
Okay.
Of that kind
So
of stuff.
this idea that maybe Rosie's still around here rather than being kidnapped and potentially even safe, you guys all start kind of looking in the natural vicinity, despite not finding any footprints or anything. That idea of the plushie being left on a barrel keeps coming back to you. And although Riku couldn't find any other clues about it, it was still deliberately here. You guys head up to a rather large barrel around the backside of the restaurant, and as you do, Dayu, you slowly sort of shift the lid open, and this is what you see. As the lid
Frickin'
pops
gremlin.
open, you see a small bundle of blonde hair kind of pop out, and she goes, "Hi-ya!" And she karate chops Dayu in the face. Dayu, you have been karate chopped. You do that anime thing where your face kind of goes gray, and you're like, ah! You take 1 point of damage from Rosie.
Damn.
And then Snow heals her.
Wait.
Archon's Blessings is a +1 to the next roll of
never
Dayu.
mind, never mind.
Yeah, everyone hold hands is the plus.
Yeah.
Yes.
HP.
Oh yeah,
Alright, you tried.
yes.
Oh,
Can I
fuck,
roll to
dude.
deflect?
No, you cannot.
Are you gonna
Use
You're
your
gonna
little
wild
try.
dice.
Yeah, right. No, she
rolled
karate
down
chops
with a
you
strike.
in surprise as she kind of, her eyes widen and she looks around and she goes, "Don't take me, bad guys! You'll never take me!" And she starts like karate chopping the air.
No.
Rosie.
Are you Rosie?
Rosie.
She kind of,
I mean, she got the double pigtails.
Oh.
Dayu, I think she is.
Blonde hair.
Yeah.
Blonde hair.
"That's me. I'm Rosie." And then she looks
Rosie.
around and she, "Oh, hi, Miss Riku!" And she waves at Riku.
Violet, get
yeah,
over here,
yeah.
your child.
Violet's right behind you guys as she kind of like
Okay.
shoulders in and she goes, "Rosie!" And she reaches down and grabs her by the shoulders and pulls her out of the barrel. And Rosie goes, "Mommy!" And she wraps her arms around her mom. And there's a very sincere hug as a couple of tears fall down from Violet's face. And she says, "Oh, Rosie, I was so worried about you. What were you doing? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're safe. What were you doing? You had your father and I worried half to death." And you can see, like, Riku, for the first time, pure, like, horror crosses Riku's face. As you see, she's a little scared of her mother. And she's like, I didn't mean to worry you, Mom. I was on an adventure, and things happened, and I got scared, and I'm sorry. And then she starts to cry. And tears start to stream down poor Rosie's face.
Jesus.
I will say, Riku, you are still holding the plushie.
Oh yeah, I forgot she had the plushie. She's going to like quietly like walk up to her and give her a little pat on the head like she did earlier.
Okay.
And be like, "You had us all very worried, little one, but I did recover this," and hands her toy.
And she, "Oh, Mr. Snowman!" And she takes him and she hugs him in the chest. And her smile returns and she goes, "Oh, does that mean my plan worked?"
What was your plan?
And she says, "Okay, everybody, listen up. It's flashback time." And you watch as she holds her hands out and her mom, like, is Rosie, and she's like, no, hush, Mom. I have to tell you about my adventure. And she goes, "Bida-boo-doo. And as she pulls you back, you almost witness a sort of sepia-toned play-by-play in your players' minds as to what happened. And Rosie goes, "Okay, so this is what I want you." Actually, let me set the scene even better. Give me 1 second, guys. I didn't even think about this, but I can do this. Let me do this, and then let me do this one.
Suspicious.
Perfect.
Don't be suspicious.
There we go.
Don't be suspicious.
Different music.
Nice.
She goes, "Okay, so there I was, just playing around town like I usually do, and I was gonna play some hide and seek, but I couldn't find any of my friends today. So it was just me and Mr. Starman, and we were racing around alleys. We were playing shooting stars, and I remember what Miss Wiku said earlier, and I wanted to become a hero. So I was looking around to see if I could find any people in need, and then all of a sudden I heard it. Miss Marnie said a bad word." And she sort of looks around, and Violet's like, "What? I told you not to be around Miss Marnie when she's cooking. That woman has a very colorful language." And Rosie says, I know, and I was going to go tell her off, Mom, because I thought all the other kids shouldn't be hearing that colorful language. And Violet, you see, although she still has tears on her cheeks, a small chuckle that she can't stifle as Rosie says this to her. And Rosie says, so there I was. I was going around, and I was coming from this direction when, all of a sudden, I saw something weird. It was Marnie and her other chef man, Rock or whatever his name is. They were leaving the restaurant. I didn't know where they were going. I didn't want to follow them. But after a couple other seconds of asking Starman what to do, should we go and confront Miss Marnie? Should we hold a ceremony about not saying bad words? Should we just leave a handwritten note on Marnie's door saying a hero says heroes don't say bad words, right, Wiku? She kind of looks to you.
Riku just kind of looks to the side. Yeah, they sure don't.
Yeah, covered in tattoos. Yeah, that's right.
Your dad knows Riku.
Your dad knows Riku.
And she goes, so while I was thinking about this, though, I was pacing back and forth around the alley, and that's when I saw them. And she says, I don't think they were supposed to be here because they were acting all shifty-like, but Rosie saw a couple of people wearing long white cloaks walk down the alleyway. And Violet goes, what? White cloaks? What are you talking about, Rosie? You shouldn't be playing in areas like this. And Rosie goes, I know. And I was gonna go leave and tell someone, but they were so quiet. And that's when Rosie noticed when they were walking through the alley, Rosie hid behind a couple of crates so they wouldn't see her. And that's when Rosie knew, in order to be a hero, sometimes you have to be brave, like Miss Wiku. And at this, Violet kind of shoots you a death glare, a Riku. And Rosie says, I was gonna watch them and see if they were gonna do anything suspicious around here. And she says, as they were walking, though, I saw something fall off the cloak of one of them. And she says, so what I did is I ran over and I picked it up and it was all ooey gooey and sticky. And she reaches into her pocket and she pulls it out and she places it in Yue Ming's hand. And she goes, here you go.
¿Qué es eso?
She looks up at you. She goes, I don't know, it feels like a boogie.
Oh.
Okay.
Yue Ming, what she places into your hand appears to be slime condensate of some kind.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Are they
it's like
abyss
Jolo.
mages?
Well, it's
She
used for cooking, so maybe it came from the restaurant.
said, as Rosie saw this fall to the ground, Rosie darted out and grabbed this, but just then, Rosie saw them all enter the restaurant all silent-like. And at this point, Rosie knew that they were suspicious. So, Rosie was gonna go and tell someone, but one of them came back out. And before they could see Rosie, Rosie jumped into the nearest barrel that Rosie could find. And then she kind of looks a little down and she plays with her fingers and she goes, Rosie got a little scared and didn't feel like playing hero no more. So Rosie left Mr. Starman on top of the barrel and decided to hide in hopes that Miss Wiku and her friends might find the star and save Rosie instead.
Yeah, I'm not mad anymore.
Well, it did work, little Rosie.
She smiles again. She goes, it did? You know Mr. Starman was here because I was here, so you came to save me?
Well, with
Yes.
the help of your mom.
Sure.
And she looks to her mom and she goes, Mom's a hero, but Rosie already knew that. And her mom just kind of sighs and she goes, Rosie, I'm glad you're okay, but it sounds like you were in a really dangerous situation. And, oh, Rosie, next time, please just run and find an adult. Just come back and tell Mommy, and Mommy will handle it. And at this, Rosie kind of nods and she goes,
Joey.
I'm sorry, Mommy. I didn't mean to make anyone upset. I just wanted to be a hero.
Rosie,
You
you
say.
did very heroic things today. You can still be proud of yourself, but learn from this, okay?
She looks to you and she goes, really? Did Rosie do good?
Rosie did good.
Riku,
Fantastic.
Riku's gonna like walk further to her and lean down so she's Rosie level, and tell her, you did very good, Rosie. But even heroes need to know when to run from situations. Don't forget that, okay? But keep in mind, even the biggest heroes get scared sometimes, and that's okay.
Very well said, Riku. As you say this, I am actually going to give you inspiration, Riku. As that was very, very well said in character.
Yay.
Rosie kind of looks up at you and she goes, "Really? Well, that's good to know. I was worried that because I wasn't being brave, I wouldn't be a hero anymore. But I wanted to help everyone and Miss Marnie, and she gives you a big hug and she says, "Thank you, Riku. I love you."
Riku like freezes for a second because she doesn't remember the last time she'd been hugged.
Yeah.
And she like kind of settles her arms around the little girl and
Aw.
she's like, I guess I kind of love you too, Rosie. You're the biggest hero I know, but you should probably stay at home with Mom for the rest of the night.
And she says, "Okay, I go wash my hands from the weird boogie anyway." And she looks at you,
Good
Ming, who's
idea.
still holding the
This is
glob of
nasty.
slime condensate.
Yeah. By the way,
Give me
I'm gonna give you
mocos.
one of my glass jars to put that in.
Yeah, good idea.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Just
add
gonna,
that to your inventory.
Like, just spread her hand on the top of it, like,
Squish it.
Yeah.
Hi, Classy.
it
Welcome
in.
in. It's good to see you.
Yeah,
It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a good day.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of ate into the vial.
Classy.
And yeah, Violet kind of sighs and she says, "Well, I'll take her home. Her grandmother and father will be happy to know that she's safe. If you two could please just tell Hilda thank you from me. I need to go have a talk with Rosie and I'll catch up with Hilda later. Is that okay?"
Yes.
Of course.
Of course.
Okay. And she nods to each of you and she says, "Thank you so much. I'll make sure Catherine and Hilda know how much you've done for me, and you can go see Catherine about the end of the commission later. But Rosie, for now, let's go home." And Rosie kind of nods and she goes, "Okay, well, I hope you catch those weird guys. Don't die." And she waves to all of you guys. As
Her obsession with death.
There
Violet
it
calls
is
down
again.
as they walk away, and she
Hi.
holds her hands and she goes, "What?
Go wash
Why
my
did you
hands.
tell them not to die?" And as Rosie trails off, and she goes, "Because I want them to live, duh." She
Oh my lord.
pulls her down the alleyway, and with that, we're gonna take our break. Right
Aw.
there,
Rosie is fine.
with
Rosie,
Rosie
we did it,
hiding.
you guys.
safe
My
and
child.
sound.
We did
Gremlin.
it.
Ah,
You did it.
Ah.
Yes, but what could that mean? Who did Rosie see? What was that glob of
Yeah.
slime condensate that she picked up
Yeah.
off the ground? Although she was brave and
Those white
hid
clothes.
inside the barrel, you guys did a great job at finding most of the evidence. I'll say I did have 2 more pieces that you didn't find, but that's okay. You found what you
Okay.
needed to find. It was very good. You
Nice.
succeeded most of your checks, and a really, really good amount of roleplay from all of you in there, and especially Riku. Thank you so much. Good job, Sleepy.
Yes.
Great job.
Great, Sleepy.
Inspiration,
Thanks.
Sleepy, is advantage on a roll you decide. So when you would like to use it, when you roll a d10, you can roll it again and take the higher of the 2 options. Is
Okay.
what inspiration
That's
is.
fantastic.
So just keep that in
Awesome.
mind. The 4 of you, now knowing Rosie is safe and sound, again, this is just for clarity's sake, you make your way back towards the front of the restaurant. You sort of let Hilda know everything's safe, everything's okay. And Hilda says, "All right, meet me back at the guild and we'll have a formal conversation about everything." So after you guys have talked to Hilda outside of Marnie's and Hilda told you to meet you back there, you guys went back to the guild to find Catherine and sign some of that paperwork that she needed to give you. After that very paperwork given to you by Catherine has been signed, and Hilda, now, about 40 minutes later, has returned and has a strong cup of coffee in her hands. She motions for all of you to join her at a large round table inside of the Adventurers Guild. "Sit," she says gruffly, but not commandingly. She waits for all of you to get comfortable. Kodashi, do you retuck your tail in here, or are you sort of just leaving it out and about?
No, it's tucked in.
Okay.
Alchemy just crashed though.
Okay. Yue Ming, you sort of brush the table and you sit down, still trying to wipe the goo residue off your hands from earlier. And Dayu, you sort of courteously bow as you also pull a wooden chair out. And Riku, you're still kind of glancing towards the entrance, wondering if you'll see Violet and Rosie kind of pop by again. But you, too, sit down and listen to what Hilda has to say. She waits for all of you to get comfortable before talking about the elephant in the room. All right. So... oh, shit, there it is.
That scared me.
All right, so... it's been an eventful day for you four, huh? A training commission given to you by me, which Ember came by the way, while you guys were doing your paperwork, and gave me his report while you were busy. He did say, while you four were maybe unorthodox, worked together as a team, much quicker than he would have guessed, and managed to dissolve the barricade with only a minor scrap. She raises her eyebrow as she repeats this quote from Ember, and looks you all up and down, but just shakes her head. I did say by any means necessary, and none of you nor Ember were seriously injured. And if anything had escalated too greatly, I trusted Ember to protect all of you. So, good work there. A few things I want to talk about concerning those brigands and your approach, but for now... Ember spoke highly of you, and it was a job well done in my eyes. She then places a leather pouch down on the wooden table that jingles as she does. Not that you guys need it at this point. 240 mora. Your reward for helping Ember deal with that situation, minus the amount what Ember said you promised to Brick to help with his injuries. And, don't worry. He's fine. After a quick trip to the nurses in the cathedral, he and the rest of his brigand bunch are being held in the holding cells of the Favonius Hall.
How much more was it?
240. Which...
Each?
No.
Or-
Split
total.
4 ways is 60.
Damn.
So 60 each.
60.
Thank you.
Guys, my son is here too.
All the
And
cats.
finds
Reaper's
him
there.
making biscuit.
Sorry.
You can't continue this conversation. Well, there's all these cats.
I know, it's
inside of the
really-
guild, okay.
I feel like a teacher. I'll wait. You know, I'll wait.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's look at his. You can see his little ears popping in and out. He's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
sorry,
No,
continue.
you're good. You guys and your cats. She waits a second and she says, okay, now, about after you got back. She sighs as she rubs her temples. I'm sorry to have you immediately caught up in Mondstadt's messes right now. The four of you are strangers not only to our city, but also to each other only yesterday. And now you've saved our citizens not once, but twice. She seems to let this sink in, as I need all of you to roll an intuition check.
Oh. Okay. Intuition.
Okay, it's a nat 10 from someone.
Oh, it's better than that, baby.
Yikes.
Oh, no.
I think we need
That's
more
just
cats.
Gonna be a
Six.
straight roll.
That's
All
a
the
6 for me,
cats.
at least.
All right, I will go down the row. Yue Ming, your total?
6.
6. Dayu, your total?
12.
12. Kodashi, your total?
3.
3. Riku, your total.
3.
Wow, okay. In that case, Dayu, and Yue Ming actually with a 6. As she says this to you about not wanting you all to get involved, the two of you almost hear guilt and shame layered in her gruff voice. Her tone, normally stern in a way that she sort of commands presence and exhaustion, there's almost this note of vulnerability in there, of feeling bad for your situation. She continues and she says, blesses the party. A +1 to Riku's next roll from Ayla Vega. Thank you, Ayla.
Thank you, Ayla.
Nice.
She says, I can't tell if it's a string of wrong place, wrong time for the four of you, or a string of good luck for me. I'm not one of those officers that won't recognize foreign aid when it is given. I feel bad that it wasn't even something we expected of you, yet you all did it anyway. First, with Maya, then with Rosie. She brings her hands together and with resolve stares right at you, Kodashi. She says, that is what being part of a guild is all about. It's about what being a good person is all about. Not expecting anything in return, but rushing to aid anyway. It's a good quality to have, but also a dangerous one. And again, Hilda kind of looks off to the side as if chewing on a buried memory. So, let me be clear. If what the four of you have here really is special, then don't waste it by charging headfirst into danger you don't know anything about, okay?
I think seeing that look on her face kind of was a little perplexing for Dayu. And as she continues to talk, I think Dayu would recall something that Cloud Retainer had said at one point during their training. And I think Dayu will reach across the table and put a hand on her wrist and just gently and say, my master once told me, and I'm starting to realize it after these events today, that it's less about proving yourself and more about doing the right thing. If there's something that's eating away at you right now, you can tell us, and it's up to us if we want to put ourselves in that danger or not. But we've been willing to help you thus far. So just say what's on your mind.
Interesting, Dayu. Playing to the humanity here.
Wow.
I will say, roll me a persuasion check.
Probably gonna be pretty high. Good luck, Mila.
It is very high.
Is there a help action in this?
No.
Flanker.
Yeah,
Hunter.
If I roll low, hopefully my words inspire the rest of our party who have really good persuasion to keep talking.
I do not. Okay,
I don't
Kodashi
hear anything,
does.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Riku
fuck
also
off.
does.
I mean, what did you say, honey? You cut out with your high.
I just did 2 10s in a row.
You did.
You sure did.
I don't even.
Oh my god.
I don't even know why I give NPCs like secrets because you're just gonna learn them anyway.
We're just gonna figure it out.
We're just that
Well-
good
So
at
that's
our
for the
rolls,
one day
apparently,
that we
today.
roll a 1
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
That's
so
true.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
gonna be in combat, and
It's gonna
I'm
be a
gonna-
combat. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I've said this a
Yeah.
million times. A nat 10 is a critical success, and it doesn't mean you automatically succeed on what you were trying to do, but you automatically pass the
Right.
DC check on what you're trying to do. So
Yeah.
you are trying to persuade her to open up a little bit, and to that you will. That doesn't mean she's gonna spill her heart out to you.
Right,
But,
yeah.
but
That's
yeah.
fair.
Okay.
Was not expecting that.
Well, with that said, Dayu, I will say reflexively, physically, as you do touch her wrist, she pulls back immediately. Her hand is like almost trained, and she kind of, not in like a violent way, but just in like a get off
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, that's
situation, and
fair.
she pulls her wrist back.
I will say that for Dayu to physically
Yeah.
show affection, like quote unquote affection like that is rare. So, she wasn't expecting anything less.
In that case, you see something cross her face, and there's a bit of vulnerability in her tone. And she says, it's not anything in particular. With the Mondstadt Leeway trade parade coming up, I've just had a lot on my own shoulders, and not a lot of other people to share that with, she says. And she says, but, and she clears her throat, if what you have is more than good luck, and you want to continue helping people, then, Dayu, I humbly request you let us help guide you. into combining proper form and patience with your passion. You can see, although Hilda has the authority to say what she's asking of you, there's also a slight flush of embarrassment, as Dayu's words have kind of added a bit of vulnerability that she's not used to sort of commanding from her position. It seems she's not used to being so connective like this, Dayu.
Yeah, I'm kind of like stewing on what she just said, because what does that mean?
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah.
our passions. Hello, are you flirting with me?
I think she means the way you guys have handled
Our
your
passion.
situations,
Yeah,
but...
I know.
Yeah, for adventuring and
How does she
everything.
also know our passions? Excuse me, ma'am.
You don't know me.
Yeah, I think she would nod in understanding and like very like mimic with some mimicry in her. She'll hold her hands kind of the same way and like kind of reserved about talking about herself as well, but she'll say, I come from a long line of people who are very close-hearted. Only when it comes to the truest connections they know, which are usually their family. But this has proven to be a good start for changing my mind that there are better connections out there. So, whatever you have in store for us here would be a welcome change for someone like me.
She takes what you say to heart, and she kind of nods, and she looks to the four of you, and she says, I'm sure you all have your own reasons for being in Mondstadt, but if you do have the spare energy, or you want to make a few hundred extra more, I wouldn't blame you. We could really use a few able-bodied adventurers that are explicitly not from Mondstadt. Especially with the Mondstadt Leeway Trade Parade only a few days away. And all four of you, she looks to all of you in turn, Dayu after what you said, Kodashi after your wishes for a guild, Riku after your somewhat lackadaisical nature, but remaining here anyway, and Yueming, she's most curious about you, I would say, because you've sort of shown up, but you also haven't really shown any particular resolve one way or another. And she's a little curious about what you stand for. And she says, I think you four fit the bill. Your teamwork has helped us more than once now, and I think with a bit of training, you could be one of the most sought-out adventuring parties in all of Mondstadt, maybe even all of Teyvat, if that is your hope. She leaves it at that.
I think Yueming's just been kind of trying to listen as best she can, but it's her kind of laying out more so what she's trying to offer. She's gonna scooch up a little bit, put her elbows on the table, and kind of get a little bit closer to Hilda. Like, so what exactly are you offering, for one? But what... You said you need adventurers from different places, not Mondstadt, which is kind of confusing to her. Why us?
She looks to you at your question, Yueming, and she says, well, fair enough question. I wouldn't hope to provide anything that I couldn't authoritate and actually give you. All I'm asking is if you want to, Catherine and I will remain your tutors as a fledgling adventuring party, and what that means is I can offer you officially reduced price room and board if you are willing to stay in Mondstadt. I can put you up at a nearby inn that chat hasn't named yet, and we could call it 10 mora a night instead of the usual 40. If you wanted to stay, we would give you commissions and sort of teach you how to use your teamwork together. But as for why you, and she looks around the table again and crosses her arms this time, she says, I feel like it's kind of obvious. Every good leader... Oh, go ahead, Kodashi.
Oh, I was just gonna say her name is Yue Ming, not Yu.
No, why? Okay.
It's Dayu.
It's
Don't put our
Dayu, not
names
That's
together.
Yu.
funny.
Yeah, they're not a couple yet. I don't know what Chet has planned for shipping.
That's
but-
true.
Oh no.
She,
Not the shipping already.
I know, too early. She says, a good leader understands that perspective is perhaps the most important thing that you can ask for in this world. If you hope to get everything done and you ask your own people to do it time and time again, then how do you know what you're doing is right? You start to live in an echo chamber, right? And I love everyone that works here at the Adventurers Guild in Mondstadt, but what we lack is perspective. Mondstadtians only know how to solve Mondstadt issues. But what happens when we have a commission that deals with negotiations with Leeway? Or a failed shipment from Inazuma? Or, God forbid, warriors on our border from Natlin? With only the perspective of those that have grown up within these wind-citied walls, what hope do we have to peacefully resolve something like that? That is where you four come in. We haven't worked with people outside of Mondstadt in a very long time, and I see something special in the four of you. That's why, she says. And she looks very firm in her resolve.
Okay.
She seems like she's got a pretty good head on her shoulders.
Hmm.
Very quickly, I think Dayu would just interject and say, with these trades coming up, are you expecting conflict with Leeway?
She says, no, quite the opposite. There hasn't been conflict with Leeway in hundreds of years, except for minor skirmishes that are usually over, shall we say, the wealthier's betting habits, she says. But beyond that, no conflict. I'm more worried about what's been brewing around Mondstadt recently. And she says, and that is what I want to talk to you all about. But if you are to accept, which would be, we would be very grateful if you did, then I would officially take the four of you as my own adventuring posse.
Poxy?
So you're saying we would work directly with you?
Yeah, more or less. You could still take commissions from the Adventurers
Mora?
Guilds, but more or less.
Mora?
You could still take commissions from the guilds, but you would be working under special orders from myself, which would give all four of you a chance to learn. Mora, to grease your pockets as much as you could, a chance to learn about the culture of Mondstadt if the four of you aren't rushing to get back to where you came from, and maybe most importantly, another chance to save children like Rosie, who just need a role model to look up to, and she glances over at Riku.
Riku looks at her and she's like, well, you had me sold it. Discounted room and board.
That I believe. Mhm.
I think at that, Dayu would look over and be like, true enough, but I saw a part of you that we've yet to see today. That child looked up to you, and I can't think of anything more rewarding than that.
Checkmate, Riku.
Riku just kind of like scratches her head. She's like, oh, well, you know, a performer, it comes with the territory, so no big.
No.
That's
Fair
a
enough.
very confusing sentence to me.
I think I'm looking at Kodashi because Kodashi seems to be have taken a lot of the leadership role so far, and I think I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder and say, what do you think about this posse contract?
And what to give you an insight into kind of what going on, what is going on in Kodashi's head is that this is a lot more than he signed up for. Yeah, he wants to learn and be in a party and have friends, but a lot of his past traumas and past experiences is screaming very loudly at him right now, saying that this is not something he can handle. This isn't something he should be doing. So I think he's gonna kind of just say, well, I know we went in and we dived straight into that Leeway Mondstadt toll road incident, and we went and rescued Rosie, but those are all fairly small things, and I know we have potential, and I'm a very well-versed adventurer, but I don't know if I really have what it takes, Hilda, to be under your tutelage and learn. I don't know if you want someone like me doing that.
I will say, for the three of you, this is the first time you have heard Kodashi waver in anything. He's been very sort of like, go with it, I will protect you kind of situation. And then to be turned inwards like this, I will say, if any three of you would like to respond to him here, you almost feel like that was strange.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My hand's still resting on his shoulder. I think I'll just give it a delicate squeeze and just say, though you may think so now, a teacher's guidance will teach you that you don't have to carry it alone. That's all she'll say.
I think Yue Ming was definitely taken aback by that, because she the whole time has seen this like super confident adventurer who she's like, yeah, I'm gonna follow him because I think he knows what he's doing. But look at him and say, well, I think if you think that you're lacking or that you need room for improvement, things like that, that might actually make you a really good choice for leader. I think being able to see your flaws and all of your mistakes is good.
Riku?
I trust you. I've only known you for a day.
Riku looks at him and she's like, well, I can't force you to do anything you don't want to do. But I don't know. I think it'd be a damn shame to let that talent go to waste. And I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool meeting someone with a tail. So
It wags. It's very cute. It's puppy dog.
Hilda's like, huh?
We've all seen it.
Don't worry about the tail. It's not a problem, Hilda. I'm not a monster. Don't.
She
worry.
looks
No,
relatively
it's-
unfazed.
Okay.
It's an item that he carries in his backpack. That's why.
Oh.
Yes,
A lizard tail.
Rico's right.
Oh, like a keychain.
Thank you all for the kind words. It's just once I get you guys with me, never mind. Hilda, I feel like we can grow and flourish under you if you would take Fates Intertwined, if I could say it correctly, under your wing, or lack thereof.
What, so you can have a tail and I can't have a wing?
If she did have wings?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. You could have one. You're right. I'm sorry.
She does say that, and for the first time, you think, did Hilda just crack a joke?
Yeah.
And
I love Hilda.
Yeah, she's fun.
She smiles at the four of you, and she says, well, from what I've seen, I think you four are making the right decision here. And trust me, I will be the best teacher I can be to the four of you. But what I will need is your undying trust, loyalty, and promise that from this day forward, Fates Intertwined will never leave a soul in need behind. Do I have your word?
Riku's eyes like widen because that is a big promise to make. He like looks at the other.
Do you want
three,
that
like,
in
waiting for
writing?
them.
Just a verbal affirmation would be good.
Sign my name on the
Right,
dotted line.
Yeah.
Contracts are our word.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
I think Dayu would definitely look at Kodashi for a moment longer than intended. Just really study him for a second and look back at Hilda and say, I don't think any of us are capable of leaving someone in need behind. So
She
that's a yes.
looks at you,
Mhm.
Dayu, specifically with a passion you have never seen on her face before. Her dark eyes almost glitter as there's this kind of vignette around your vision. And she says, I know that. That is why I feel comfortable asking you for. But I hope you know, I mean no one in need. Not just the obvious ones. And with that, the vignette kind of fades and her eyes return to normal. And she says,
We see that?
you see that, Dayu. It's not like, it's not an effect, so to speak. It's not like you're being hypnotized. You just feel this intensity radiating off of her when she says this.
What does vignette mean?
It's like a
Like
tunnel around
darkening.
your vision. Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Darkening around the
Mhm.
Edges.
corners
Okay.
and the sides.
Okay. Thank you.
I think that's a big ask, but I would be scared of an ask like that. But you, Aiming, would not be scared of an ask like that. I think she would, at this, see that Hilda's taking things very seriously.
Yeah.
But stand from her seat, and then usually, in her type of tradition, she would kneel on one knee, kind of in a bowing motion for her, and just say to her, I swear to you, on my honor and my sister's honor, I could make this promise to you.
Her eyes widen as you say this, and she kind of nods, and she says, I presume that is very high coming from you, Yue Ming, and I appreciate that. Your team has spoken highly of your own accord, and I believe all of you when you say that you can approach this. I'm just making sure you know what you're signing up for. But what I do ask the four of you to do is collect yourselves. You've had a very busy day, so what I've asked Ember to do is for the remainder of the day to take you on a tour around Mondstadt's finest shops. With all of the Mora that you guys have been collecting over the past couple days, I'm sure it's burning a hole in your pocket, so here's what I want you to do. Go, drink, be merry. Understand the ins and outs of Mondstadt's civilians as well as the populace trying to sell their mercantile wares. And then meet up at Inn later tonight after chat names it. Get some good rest and report back here tomorrow morning. Because, to answer your original question, Yue Ming, yes, there is something. But I don't know how many of the puzzle pieces are connected. The robbery today at Marnie's threw a bit of a wrench in my own works. I'm gonna have to do some paperwork and finagling of my own, and when you guys meet me back here tomorrow morning, I might have something sorted out for your first official mission.
Okay.
Those other two weren't official.
They were guild commissions, but now you're rolling with Hilda, she says as she kind of flexes her arm.
Like
Kadashi gives
rolling?
a big
Mhm.
old
Right.
smile.
Oh yeah,
She's
eh?
growing on
Yeah.
It's really growing on me.
Before she says anything else, I really didn't. I feel like I didn't get to respond to the final thing that she said.
Yeah, you can say something.
So yeah. So you're just gonna see Kodashi hold his vision in his hand, and it lights up. And Kodashi, very similarly to when he first came to town and flashed his green aura at Hilda, it flashes again. And he says, we may not be from Mondstadt, but we're all connected through the way of life. I, Kodashi Papandro, will accept your task and your quest, and anything that you need of me, I will extend to you.
She nods as there's
Eye
this
emoji.
force emanating from you, Kodashi, as you say this, and she A wide smile appears on her face, and she's like, "That's the kind of shit I like to hear, Kodashi." As she kind of nods and smiles. Riku, you're
He'll
welcome
extend
to
his
say
hand.
something, but I know. Oh, go ahead, Kodashi.
Yeah, I was just gonna say at the end of it, he'll extend his hand to shake
Yeah,
on it.
she shakes it. Absolutely.
The only thing I can think in Riku's mind right now is just like, fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, I know. You
Yeah.
kind of already said
She's
that.
ready. She's
Um,
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, it's time for the shopping episode of Change of Fate.
Shopping!
Yeah.
We have so
As
much
we
more.
leave- As we leave,
Goals.
I'm gonna pat Kodashi on the back and be like, "There he is."
Yeah. Give him a good old pat.
Yeah.
He's just
My new
gonna
friend.
laugh and scratch his head.
Yeah.
The four of you head outside of the Adventurers Guild, taking Hilda's advice in tow, and you meet back up with Ember, who is in fact waiting outside of the Adventurers Guild as you speak.
Our hot NB character. We love them.
Okay.
I love
Yep. So, the four of you reconvene with Ember as you guys start strolling around the fountain, and he asks the four of you. Let's just head back to the actual scene so you guys can be out there again.
We need
back
to like have one page of just NPCs.
Yes, no kidding.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
I
There's a
am
lot
trusting
going
you
on
guys
now.
with a lot of these notes because I cannot keep up.
Anna's doing it.
beautiful.
Yeah, look at
It is
Okay.
beautiful.
all of the
I'm like-
NPCs have a sticker.
Chats, now is a wonderful time. We're gonna do a lot of interaction here, so shake off those sleepies. Sorry, Sleepy. And I'm
Hey.
going to need you guys first to name something. Go ahead. I saw a couple of names in there, but feel free to shout out. Use the redeem name something. What is the name of the inn that they're going to be staying in? That is the first thing I'm going to need from you guys. Meanwhile, Ember
Prancing pony.
around. I did see the prancing pony. Ember around the fountain takes you guys, and he just sort of says to the group, and well, one of you that is not Kodashi just because he's away right now. He says, "So, Hilda told me you guys had a little bit of an altercation as soon as you got back. Sounds like a busy day for you guys."
I'm a little tired.
Riku giggles and she's like, I was just motivated by the wine you promised me.
He laughs out loud and he says, "Oh, a woman of taste. I like that, Riku. Don't worry. We will absolutely get to that. But first, my promise was to take you shopping. And shopping I shall. But tell me, how did this thing... it sounds like you saved a child and Yue Ming got snot blown on her hands?
It was gross.
He kept it too, in a jar.
Wow, really? Can I see it?"
Sure. Just gonna pull out the jar, kind of wiggle it around. It jiggles.
Yeah, he looks at it as he squints his honey-colored eyes and he goes, "Oh, yeah, that's slime condensate, all right. Gross."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Any idea what we can do with it?
You can do lots of stuff with it, but it was evidence, wasn't it? So I'm sure it's probably going to come in handy later. This is a key item and cannot be removed from your inventory.
Nice.
Oh,
Lord, that's funny.
Okay.
He says, "Well, I'm just glad you guys are okay. It's been my duty to take you around and show you the life of Mondstadt, and I trust that if you are walking with me right now, then you handled Hilda's request kindly."
That is a lighthearted way to say request. It was more of like a blood pact, but
I'm just glad I didn't have to sign anything this time.
Yeah, I know, Dayush. Hilda can be a bit extreme sometimes, but her heart's in the right place. She's a good liaison between the Adventurers Guild and the Knights of Favonius. She's been working with us for years, and honestly, you can't find much of a better leader in Mondstadt, well, other than the Knight Commander themselves, but Hilda's a close second.
What about you, Ember? You seem like quite the capable knight.
His eyes brighten as you say this, as he chuckles to himself. You see his sort of like booty shorts kind of like tighten a little bit as he stretches back. And he says,
Okay.
"Oh, that's very kind of you, Kodashi, but I'm happy being an outrider right now. Means I can adventure out more and save more people. The higher up to a leader position you are, the more paperwork you have to sign."
Hear ye,
Enough.
hear ye.
And he says, well, why don't we take our first stop around? And let's do some, we've never done this before, chat. Let's do some shopping. So here we go. Mondstadt shopping. Once...
People have been giving me lots of Mora. I don't know what to do with it. It's getting heavy. I need to maybe spend it.
Yes, you do. Welcome to the shopping episode. Here is how this is going to work. There are a whole bunch of shops in the Mondstadt Commercial District. I'm not going to spend too much time on all of the different merchant NPCs. Just know they are all manned by colorful characters themselves. Within these shops, I have created beautiful little handouts for you guys to look at and purchase things from the shops. Now, what I need from chat is I need you guys to name something. I need the names of all of these shops. The first one we are going to, and I will give you guys the handout as I speak. We are first going to go to the equipment shop. So chat, what is a good name of the equipment shop of Mondstadt? Now remember guys, I did just share the handout, but if you don't see it pop up, you probably have to rejoin the game, as Alchemy is wont to do. But it will come up as the equipment shop. Feel free to take a look at it. I thought it was pretty cool. And you guys can see what is being sold there. And I'll pull it up on stream. Just feel free to name something, chat. That way I can see it up in our list here, because there's going to be lots of shops to name through here. But this is your chance to get your name eternalized in the city of Mondstadt. I have
that.
Snow Witchy's Weapon Shop. I like that. Might be better saved for something later. Never in my life have I heard of Genshin Impact in D&D. We have fused the universes together, Zion. This is together.
It's pretty fun.
It is all
Yes,
homebrewed.
that's
It is
because we created it.
pretty fun. Also, Zion, thank you so much for the follow. Would you like Zion, Shion, or Potato? You let me know. Thank you so much.
I would like
think
for
it's pretty
alchemy
fun.
to stop crushing.
I know.
Real.
The
Real.
stat starters, Zion, you got it. Stat starters, I love. Primos and pretty cool swords is actually genius. The Blade and Bow is a very good fantasy name. I love this, guys.
Yeah,
the
I like the
Hammer
Blade and Bow.
Good
and
mochi.
Anvil. Ooh, save that one, Raven. Yeah, I... Also, how do I get a name again? So, Change of Fate, if anyone is new here, this goes for anyone, it is a very interactive Dungeons & Dragons experience. We don't just play for your entertainment, we play for you to be part of the story. There's lots of different things you guys can do. For now, if you click on the little channel points thing down below, it's a little tab if you're on mobile, you can see everything that you can do in the game, like healing our party, forcing them to reroll dice. Right now, if you redeem Name Something, which only costs 100 channel points, you get it for free by watching, you can shout out a name for this equipment shop, and there'll be plenty of things to name down the road. Currently, I think I like Ayla's the best. I like Primos and pretty cool swords. That's really fun.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
You also,
Yeah, I
of
like
course,
that.
get your...
Pretty cool swords.
Yeah, no, that was good. Can you guys all see the...
Alchemy
Somehow
Barnyard.
just
Ready
deleted
to
itself
vote.
I can
off my
see.
computer.
I did
What?
not see that.
So
Riku? You might have to do the browser one. What do you mean it yeeted itself off?
I like when I search for the app, it's no longer on my computer.
What?
What?
Wait, go into your task manager and make sure it's not suspended.
What the?
That's weird.
frick?
Well, while Riku figures that out, I do have it up on stream. You guys first head to the equipment shop, led by...
Wow, this is so beautiful.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Led by a lovely male adventurer type, Stab Thor the Gut Puncher. Okay.
Is that, like, the name of the
Is that-
Is that the name of the shop? Is that the name of the person who runs the shop? That's quite a...
Honestly, I
feel
feel
like
like that's a
That would be
perfect
funny
name
to be
for
the
who
person that
ran it.
runs the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. You walk up to this dwarven individual, who introduces him. Hi, the name's Stab Thor the Gut Puncher. I here run the fuck, what did I call me shop? Primos and pretty cool swords around here. We've got all your finest equipment officially licensed over here by the Knights of Favonius. So why don't you take a look around? We've got your explosives. You know I love explosives. I love anything that can pack a punch to the
We
gut.
don't know that actually.
Oh yes, you
We
do.
don't know. We don't
Oh,
know.
you do. Everyone knows Stab Thor the Gut Puncher. Remember the name.
So, do you stab first or do you gut punch?
That's a stupid question.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna answer?
Are you gonna buy
No,
something?
it's a stupid question. No, sorry.
What do you have for sale?
We sell bombs, lots of bombs, lots of explosions. We've got your sort of regular equipment too, less for gut punching and stabbing. We've got your tents, your frying pans, which you can double as a weapon. I've done it before myself. We've also got fishing rod, and we've got some shatter shards as well. You'll let us know what you're looking for here, and old fucking Stab Thor will hook you up.
What is a stab shard? Sounds like a cool rock.
A
I'm
shatter
about cool
shard,
rock.
you mean?
A shatter shard.
Thor.
That's something that
Shard
I know
shard?
you vision wielder types use. It's basically this sort of hexagonal stone, and when you throw it against the ground, sort of elemental higgledy-piggledy splay out of it, and you get more, you get stronger for a bit.
Metagame wise.
Yeah, it's effectively, if you need to generate elemental dice in a pinch, you slam this effectively firework against the ground. It explodes harmlessly, and the nearest allogene to the explosion, I believe I said, generates 2 elemental dice of whatever their elemental die size is. It's really good if you're in an emergency and turn 1 of combat, you need to do an elemental strike or an elemental skill.
Right.
Yeah.
But they can be pretty volatile, so that's what they're there for. They're pretty handy, though.
Yeah, that sounds really handy.
I actually have 2 of those.
You do, yes.
I was looking. I have to like look at
do,
the
I have
inventory
2.
because we don't. Okay, so in our portable cookware, does that come with a
Yes,
frying pan?
correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
just making sure. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, I'll get that frying pan, boy. Best believe it. Alright.
Kodashi says, I would love one of those Shatter Shard motherfucker. Shatter Shard Stab Thor is what I wanted to say, but that's a fucking mouthful.
Yeah, we don't
Wow.
sell shatter shard motherfuckers, but I can check in the back if you want.
Oh.
You could just do it minus the motherfucker and just the Shatter Shard, please.
Aye, how many you want?
Just 1 for now, please.
Aye, that'll be 130 mora.
All right, Kodashi hands him over that exact amount.
What do we name this? Primos and cool swords?
Primos and pretty cool
Pretty
swords.
cool swords.
Gotta remember
Pretty
the
cool
alliteration.
Primos and
PP.
pretty
Yeah, primos
cool
and pretty
swords.
cool swords.
Okay, got it. Run by, I'm writing this down, Stab Thor,
Yep.
Gut
PP
Puncher.
Counter-Strike. That's how you remember it.
PP Counter-Strike. Great. Anyone else want to buy anything here?
I would also like a shatter shard, please.
Yeah, 130 more and it's yours.
Okay, just the one.
Yeah, I think I'm also gonna get a shatter sword. Better have it and then not have one.
Sure, 130 more.
Yeah.
They also have animo bombs,
Can
pyro bombs, and then camping equipment.
Can I just point out how wonderfully this is made? The
Thanks, so
pretty.
descriptions. Was this you, Nick?
It was me with some help for sure.
Okay.
But yes, it was me. With the
Wonderful.
design stuff
Thank
there.
you.
Oh yeah, it was.
Uh,
I needed it quick, and we've had a lot of wonderful sheets designed by everyone, and I was like, I'm just gonna throw something together. So I was pretty happy with it.
Well, does not
It's
look thrown
nice.
together.
Thank you.
Looks really official. I'm keeping track of my Mora over here. Okay.
The 2 D20s. That's funny, Zion.
He
sorry,
knows
I'm
what he
trying to
did.
figure out
That's funny.
alchemy stuff because I still can't find it.
It's
so.
Yeah, you might have to
Sleepy,
use the browser.
You can just join in the browser if you need to for today. You can just open it up in Chrome and sign in there.
Yeah, hold on.
That's so rude.
I don't know why it would have just
Uh.
disappeared though. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
There
and
is.
it crashed like 4 times and then just fully disappeared.
I know there was a update too, so
There was an update, so maybe
Yeah.
that fucked with it.
okay.
So annoying. But yeah, I'll have Riku get a shatter shard.
Sure. Okay. That's 130 more away from you too, Sleeps.
Okay.
Anything you guys want else here? Otherwise, there are a couple more shops to view.
Yeah,
I'm
more
good.
shops.
Okay.
Um,
I
How
do
much
have a
was-
question.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Kashi.
Kodashi's gonna buy a frying pan.
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. That is 200 mora. Get
Alright.
cooking.
I'll hand that over as well. Or cooking.
Looking by the book.
Come by the book.
Yeah.
I have a question for the DM.
Yes.
Do any of these shops look like they're run by a small green goblin?
Well, you haven't been to all of them yet, so you don't know.
Okay. I would like to know.
Frying pans are good emergency weapons. Well, we'll see if someone named Mo turns up, Zion. Frying pans are good emergency weapons, as Tangled has shown us. Okay, well, in that case, we will move on from the equipment shop.
Okay.
I guess I should have just given them all to you at once so you didn't have to keep leaving, but
Yeah.
I didn't want you to look ahead. But here, I will...
You can have our word that we won't look
Yeah.
at.
I trust you guys. There are the next 3 shops, but we're going to go to the next one first. I'm just going to quick share them all with you guys. Boop.
Okay.
That's the first one. Chat, I'm going to need you to name something and name this potion shop we have coming up.
Ooh.
Potions.
They are all now shared with all of you.
Oh, what if
That
it's
there was that one name, I think, like witches
what
something.
about Star?
Yeah,
Mora?
you guys can
It's
reuse some of the
Star
ones
Wars
if you'd
one.
like to. I did see some good ones.
It's Starbucks,
Yeah.
but Star Mora.
Star Mora. Raven says our strongest potions. Very funny, Raven. I like that a
Very
lot.
That's
straightforward.
good.
That's good.
Eric's
that's good.
Brew and Drinks.
Oh,
Really breaking the fourth
That's
wall there.
so good.
That's pretty good. Just
Okay.
Starbucks. Just straight up Starbucks.
Just Starbucks.
That's
That's
all
also
we
pretty
need.
good. You guys make your way over to the brew stall. Ember takes you over there and says, "Watch out, this little tyke's brews pack quite a punch." And you see that there is a rather short, ambiguous-looking individual, covered completely in a purple coat and a white scarf that stands behind this brew station. And they say, "Well, hello, what are you buying?" It's certainly not Steve Urkel.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you
I'm
sure
not.
about that? I mean, ambiguous.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Question: when we got the health potions from the wishes,
Sure.
did we divvy up who has those?
I believe
Yes.
we did, yes.
Who has them?
Yes.
I have one healing
I
potion.
think Sleepy has the other, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Has what?
Has
One of the
other-
healing potions you
health
guys got.
potion?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right,
Well, I also
cool.
have the one that I started with, but then I have a
Yes.
2-star healing potion.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. I hope you guys can see this, but they say, what are you buying? There's a lesser health potion. So the way, all right, I'm just gonna do a little quickly here. The way I did this, Genshin has everything on a rarity system, but that rarity system is bullshit because everything in Genshin is either 1 stars to 5 stars. However, they often omit some of the stars just for fun. For example, all of the meals in Genshin are of 2-star or higher. There are a lot of materials in Genshin that go from 1-star to 3-star or 2-star to 4-star. So the way I've laid out a lot of stuff here, like potions, which are kind of stuff of my own design, and yes, I know there's elemental oils in the game. Just like D&D, the rarity determines their efficacy. So a 1-star potion does the same thing as a 5-star potion, just a lot worse. So a 1-star healing potion may heal you for 4 points of healing, but a 5-star healing potion may heal you for 50 points of healing, if that makes sense.
Right. Okay.
So I have the actual numbers when you guys need them, but if you have like a 2-star healing potion, just know it's out of 5. Pretty much everything in this game is going to be out of 5. So just keep that in mind moving forward.
Okay.
So
Just because we haven't been putting them in here, are the health potions that we received at the beginning of the game? Those are all lesser.
yes, all of the health potions you received in the beginning of the game are lesser. They are 1-star. 2-star healing potions are just called healing potions. It's D&D sort of style, the way that works. I like the bottled mage, Mochi. I'll go with that one. The bottled mage is
that's
pretty
really
good.
cool, Mochi.
Let's do that.
Honestly, that's super good.
The bottled mage.
The bottled mage.
Okay. Would anyone like to buy anything here? We have lesser health potion, lesser wind barrier potion, lesser strike potion, agile potion, and lesser forest essential oil.
Could you explain what the strike potion is? Is that just
Yeah, I
add
would
force
love to hear
behind like a physical attack?
Yes. So, basically most potions will just generate dice for you or give you resources back. Let me just bring this one up here. Potions. Okay. So your lesser strike potion, whenever you drink it, now remember, this is sort of like a bonus action in combat if you want to do this, or you can do it before combat if you want, but whenever you drink a lesser strike potion, you immediately generate 1d4 attack die for the combat. So if you need like an extra attack die, or you don't want to spend a turn focusing, you can quaff that, have an attack die for the rest of combat.
Gotcha.
So they're
See.
emergency dice. The agile potion does exactly the same thing, but for agility dice. Any other questions?
I think so.
No.
The description makes me think lesser
Um,
health potions are made with honeysuckle. Ugh, in D&D they are.
Oh, honeysuckle, yum.
So I'm not.
Yeah,
done with
I'll
you
go
yet.
ahead and approach this little bottled mage.
Okay.
And I'll say, hail and well met. I love your little shop. It's very quaint.
Oh, thank you.
Could I get a lesser forest essential oil?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That'll be 30 mora.
You got it. Yeah, pop them to 30 mora.
The lesser forest essential oil is just like it is in Genshin Impact. During your next combat, Kodashi, when you apply it to your weapon, potions you drink, oils you apply. Don't get the two mixed up.
Drink the oil. Kid.
yeah,
I
please
drink
don't.
the oil.
When
oil.
you
Oh, that's like me in Mystery Dungeon.
that is like you in
when I-
Mystery Dungeon with the
when I-
seeds.
Eat the bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Why is that
Kodashi.
an option?
When you apply the oil to your catalyst for the entirety of the next combat, all of your dendro damage, because it's forest oil, increases by a flat 1.
Ooh, like
Oh
that.
shit.
That's nice. Can I have one of those strike potions?
Yeah, of course you can. Here you go. Pointy red potion, hands it out to you.
Thank you.
That is
Gonna drop them.
40 mora. Okay. Anyone else want anything else here?
I don't think I.
I don't think so.
Okay. We'll move on to the next shop. Let us go to chat. I'm gonna need some name somethings for the Forge. You guys can go ahead and open up the Forge. I have it open on
Ayla
stream.
did have one earlier that was pretty
Yes, I was
cool.
gonna say there were a couple Forgy ones that I
The
wanted people
Hammer
to
and
save.
Anvil, that was
Hammer and
pretty
Anvil
cool.
was a good one. I did really like
Yeah.
that one. We'll see if anyone else wants to volunteer anything else.
Oh.
Oh,
weapons.
some cool stuff in here.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
you
and
can
you'll
find weapons.
gain channel points just by watching over long periods of time.
What
Yes,
about the-
so this is effectively all 6 of the 2-star weapons. This is also a place where you could sell your weapons if you wanted to. And you can also pay the forgeman to refine any weapons that you have. Now, we haven't talked too much about refining yet. Every single weapon in Genshin Impact can be refined. Whether or not you want to is up to you, because do you want to spend the resources on a 2-star weapon or wait until you have a 4-star weapon? But are
Right.
you going to
Yeah.
get a 4-star weapon? Who knows? So,
Mhm.
Right.
just like in Genshin Impact, they do require resources. Now, very key note here, because I hate that the English localization of Genshin Impact calls weapon refining. Because refining
Yeah,
a
you're
weapon,
Yeah.
it's in Genshin Impact, when you refine a weapon, you're adding duplicates onto it to make it a better version of itself.
Yeah.
But weapon refining in D&D is making your existing weapon stronger, which is what they call weapon
Mm.
upgrading in Genshin Impact. So anyway, we're
Yeah.
not doing like add a whole bunch of these 3-star swords on top of this so like it gets its
Right.
substat better. This is simply weapon refining is weapon upgrading. You do need materials to do it, mainly things like star silver and other ore. And as it gets to higher levels, you may need an additional weapon. I believe the last refinement level for every weapon needs its own self again. So if you have 2-star swords, you can put them on top of each other for the last level. So
Right.
duplicates are very helpful there. But otherwise, if you want to refine, you can. You just need Mora, and you need mainly ore to be able to make your stuff better. Now, refining weapons, they don't usually give them new abilities, but they make their default starting dice better. So if you have a weapon that maybe does 1d8 starting attack dice, maybe it'll go up to 2d8 starting attack dice, then 3d8, 4d8, so on and so forth. So
Ooh. That sounds nice.
mhm.
'Cause I already have the 2-star and it's a 2d4. I wonder if it'd be 3d4.
It might be.
Yeah.
Did we decide on a name? I think
The Mochi Mama Forgers. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think
Zion the Potato followed your channel.
I have that on mine too. I gotta change that. Thank you, Zion. I liked the Hammer and Anvil, I think, for this one. Because that was the channel point one there. So I will do that. Although Mochi Mama would make an excellent forger. Let's go ahead. I will write that down as well. Hammer and Anvil Forge. Oops. Here we go. Bottled Mage Murray. Hammer and Anvil Forge. Okay. Yeah, you guys make your way over to the forge. Same as last time. There's a big, burly, bearded man who's sitting behind the hammer and anvil right now. As he's sitting behind the forge, his furnace smoldering. As he's cling, working on something, and he says, "Oh, hail and well met. What can I do for the four of you today?"
He said the thing. He said the thing.
Riku's gonna look through all the things, and she sees the little books, the little grimoire,
Mm-hmm.
and she gets really excited because she's had her catalyst for a long time now.
Yeah.
And wants something new and shiny.
Sure.
And she's like, "Can I get one of those?"
He looks at you and
points to the
says,
pocket grimoire.
"Oh, one of these things. Yeah. Not my best work. I prefer the larger blades." And he holds up a giant battle hammer that he's working on. But he says, "But these are in conjunction with some of the librarians here around Mondstadt. So yes, they do still pack a punch." And he says, "Yeah, if you want our pocket grimoire, that is 500 mora."
Say less. Can I sell my old weapon to him too?
You can, if you'd like to. It was the 1-star, right?
But I have too much stuff up.
More than likely, because I don't think you got an upgrade
Yeah, the
yet.
apprentice's note.
Yep. Yeah, you can sell the apprentice's notes back for about 80 mora.
Okay.
Nice. Little discount.
Here's my money.
Okay, so 420 more to him then, in that case. And you have upgraded to the Pocket Grimoire. That Pocket Grimoire, you still start with 1d6, Riku. It doesn't increase your starting attack die. However, from here on out, when you are using the Pocket Grimoire, when you start combat, you start with an additional 1d4 elemental dice.
Oh, so 1d6 starting attack
Yep.
dice and another d4 starting elemental.
Yes. Your weapon die for that slot stays 1d6, but in your starting dice sheet, you can add 1d4 elemental die. Because that's the special ability. And you can write it in the weapon description box if you want, that's what it does.
Okay. So Pocket
Fantastic.
Grimoire. 1d6.
I think I'm gonna end up coming back to the
die.
forge later for sure.
And plus
Yeah.
1 starting d4 elemental die.
Do we want to
are
sell the
there?
swords here?
Yes, you can if you'd
Oh,
like
yeah,
to.
we can sell stuff.
Yep.
Didn't know if you would want to or not.
I just so I in chat know.
Yeah.
Is it just 2-star things that are in the gacha pool right now?
I will not say.
Okay.
Ah!
Cool. Chat, figure that out on your own, I guess. Yeah, health check. Okay, never mind. Because
Well, that is Archon's Blessing is a +1 to your next roll, hun.
Okay. I have 12. I'm missing 1.
Okay.
I'm missing 2.
You and Ming?
Yes, I'm also missing 2. I'm at 11.
And Riku?
I am all good.
Okay, there you go, chat.
I have no ouchies.
Anything else from the
Nice.
forge, guys? You want to move on?
No, I want.
Yeah.
So Kodashi's just staring
Yep.
at the pocket grimoire, and he's trying to like connect with it. He pulls out his apprentice notes and just holds it,
Yeah.
and he looks at the pocket grimoire and then looks at the apprentice notes. Sir,
Yes.
how much is that pocket grimoire worth?
Oh, well, like I told your friend, about 500 mora.
About. So would you do 450?
A haggling man. Well, potentially. These are, like I said, not my favorite thing to craft. I prefer fine steel, but the sooner I run out of them, the more I have to conscript the librarians to help me make some more. So we could call it 470.
I'll do 470. Thank you.
Sounds good, he says, and he shakes your hand, and he
Mhm.
Riku looks at him and she's like, whoa. If he got a deal, I want a deal.
Riku.
Damn.
He kind of looks at you and he says, "I'm not sure that's how that works. Your friend here was just kind enough to ask."
Well,
I mean, Riku did last session haggle a man to give
That
is-
her
Both
money.
her and
we got
you,
200
Amy.
more out of that one. Yes, we did.
Well, that's not very good business of yours if you're giving somebody a deal right in front of someone else who just bought the same item.
He looks at you pretty nonplussed. You can roll a persuasion check, Riku.
Sassy.
Very
She's so
sassy.
annoying.
Sassy Riku.
Okay, I have a +3.
Okay.
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 So a 6.
And yeah.
And yeah.
And yeah.
I thought I still had a +1 from
No.
a roll, but I don't think I do. From a
Okay. He kind of chuckles as you say this, and he says, "Got some fire, haven't you? Well, look, I can't be running discounts all day, and your friend here, let's just say I like the way he smiles." And he kind of winks at you, Kodashi. But he
Heyo.
says,
yo.
"Nonetheless, ma'am, you're right. You sort of caught me in a web here, so I will take 20 more off for you. I'll give you 20 back, okay?"
Kind of looks at him and she's like, "All right, fine. Thanks."
Okay. He gives you 20 back.
So silly.
Sir,
Yes.
who are the librarians you engage with to make these, if I may so ask?
Oh, all volunteers from around the different libraries of Mondstadt. A couple of them work in the Hall of Favonius, where the knights reside. A lot of Codex of Mondstadt exists in there. Although I'm sure we get some of them from the cathedral every now and then. There's a nice nun lady who comes down and helps me sort of put the enchantments on these things. Not so good with magic, you see.
Well, maybe I could teach you a thing or two down the line.
Oh,
Kodashi smiles.
he kind of looks at you. Roll a charm check.
Okay.
Hi, Shion.
Kodashi?
It's probably not gonna go well, but
Hey yo.
I did get an 8 plus my charm, which is 0, but +2 for charisma.
Wow.
Is a 10.
Okay. Well,
That's crazy.
in that case, despite him having sort of darker, leathery skin, and sort of these big, thick sideburns as he's hammering away, you think you see a bit of color flush to his cheeks, as you say that. And he kind of chuckles and he says, "A magic man. I should have known with the way you work that tongue."
Oh. Happy Pride, chat.
Happy
Pride.
Holy crap, Shion, that's a great roll. Holy shit.
Oh.
Nice, a 19. Let's go.
Are we done with the forge?
Yes, Kodashi will just chuckle and say, "Maybe I'll see you a bit later. I didn't catch your name."
That's because I have not been given one. Chats, free shout out a name for this big burly black blacksmith.
Oh, I ship it.
I ship it so hard.
Surely,
What do
thank you, Kashi.
Surely.
Surely.
You're naming your own boyfriend?
Oh, when it comes to boyfriend, it's a tutor session that might turn into something a little spicy.
Correct. I just wanted to
Amanda Vines, okay? Oh my.
You
Mochi.
Mochi heard big black
Yeah,
and went Amanda.
yeah. Amanda
Amanda.
Vines.
Amanda?
Oh my god. Any others, chat? For this,
Hi,
this
Dio.
blacksmith? Hi, Dio.
Crazy.
We've got either Shirley or Amanda Vines.
Yeah, really, really good pickings today. I'm blanking. Ronstadt from Mondstadt. D's nuts. Alright, Amanda Vines it is. Okay.
Oh no.
God damn it.
Amanda Vines.
I like it.
Amanda Vines.
Vines specifically.
Amanda Vines. I
Okay.
can't even.
All right.
Happy Pride times 2, chat.
Happy Pride times 2.
God, Amanda Vines. Sure. Mochi, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is not your best take, but it's fine.
It's funny.
Can be named
though.
whatever you
It's
wanna be.
Really funny.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, we'll move on to our fourth shop here. And that is going to be the grocer. Chat, I will need a redeem this time. Redeem name something if you'd like to name Mondstadt's grocer. As you guys head up, you see a very
The
kind...
shop, not the person.
Yes, the shop, please. You do...
God, Quartz is here.
You do see a very kind female individual with her hair pulled back into a tight ponytail. As she says, "Oh, welcome to the grocer. What can I get you today?" Grocer, not grocer. Mochi, are you high right now? I feel like I have to ask. Like, what is... What?
Honestly, she might be.
Like,
Yeah.
what is happening, Mochi? Oh my
Who are you?
god.
What have you done with my mochi?
Oh
She's
my
untabbed
god.
fantasy name generator. I repeat, she's untabbed it.
Oh Lord Almighty.
So funny. So
Ugh,
funny.
it's gotta be a
No,
redeem.
we're naming. We gotta.
It's also the
name
name of the
something, and
store,
it's
yes.
the shop. Yeah, we're naming the shop, not the person right now. Hi, Brandy.
Mochi was inspired another way. That's true, Brandy. That's true. That is true. Yes, but this is, you guys can see this, it's in alchemy right now, of everything they sell.
Mhm.
These are mostly cooking materials, if any of you want to make meals down the road. There's apples, carrots, radishes, yes, wheat, eggs, raw meat, fowl, salt, and milk.
I have a question about food and
Yes.
cooking.
Okay.
Rip.
We have recipes in
Correct.
our bags.
Yep.
They do not tell us the description of what's needed for those.
Yes.
What, should you tell us, or should we look them up since they're real?
You can ask, and
Yes.
I will look them up.
Okay.
You can write them down. It's just at the time I didn't have the ingredients for you when we gave you the recipes, but
Yeah, I have a meal recipe for jade vein tea eggs.
Yeah.
I'm guessing eggs are included,
they sure
but I
are.
don't actually know.
Let me actually see. We are in. Is it this? Jade.
I have a feeling it's gonna be something of Leoa descent, and then eggs.
Yeah, there's no twau in this, so.
Where did I? Hold on. Let me see where I put my meals. Did I put it in here? Oh, no. Crafting. Oh, it's in here. Found it. Okay. Yes. What did you say they were, sweetie? Jade vein tea eggs?
Jade vein tea eggs.
Yes, you know the recipe for that. It is egg and specifically Chenyu Adepti from the Chenyu Vale.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh. Fancy.
Okay. Do these things go bad?
No, for gameplay sake, no, they don't go bad. You can hold meals and food and whatever you want, just like Genshin Impact in your giant parachute pants for as long as you want.
Bag of holding.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I will immediately approach and pick up 4 eggs and
Sure.
I will hand over.
Yeah,
the
40 Mora.
And I put them into my jar of snow so they don't go.
Nice.
Aw, that's cool.
Smart.
Cute.
So that's what the snow is for.
That's what
my
the snow is
my
for.
never melting snow is good for one thing and one thing only, and that is
Preserving
holding
eggs. Yep.
Yeah.
Get some salt in there
Wow.
and they actually won't go bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
True.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Take 5 radishes, 10 raw meat, 10 salt, and 10 carrots, please.
Oh, of course, she says as she begins to bag all of this up. How much more is that cost?
The total is 325 more. It should. I think
Yeah,
I calculated. it
Absolutely.
correctly.
Yeah,
So-
325 more for those delicious. You all kind of look as Kodashi says this with utmost confidence as he has a grocery bag handed to him.
Do you
Our
cook?
That's
man's
actually
gonna
how I
cook.
shop and get.
Yes, I do actually.
Oh, I'd love to try one of your meals one day.
Definitely.
Sounds delicious.
I'll light the fire.
Pinky Waving is gonna kind of like poke out from behind Kodashi. Oh,
What are
can
you
I
doing
have,
there?
Can I have, she's like so confused because she's not one in the way of cooking, but can I have dos leche, please?
Oh, yes, she thinks for a moment. Of course. That will be 30 Mora, and she hands you 2 bottles of milk.
She instantly downs one.
Okay. I mean, just guzzles it. You,
Thank
Damn.
you.
as she does this, you watch as her muscles literally ripple on her
Oh
body.
my god.
She's
I'm
a
like-
growing girl.
Should I drink some?
You want to try it?
Raven gave General Goods.
I did see
Go with that
General
one.
Goods, General
That's-
Goods.
That's
Yeah,
really
so
good.
funny.
All right.
Is that her dad?
Yeah,
Her
well, I
dad
was
is
gonna
General
say,
Good?
she's not the General
Yeah.
Good, so that's
She's-
fine.
She's Goldie Good. That's
She's
Goldie
Goldie Good,
Good
yeah,
of the
that's
Good
perfect. That's
family.
perfect.
Why don't you guys just write my
Yeah.
campaign for me? Why don't we just do that?
I mean, you basically. That's what
Morak
she did.
Yeah,
and
that is. That's true.
Shidayu kiss under the jade moon. The end.
No. Oh shit. Oh, my-
Sorry, it's written in the script. We
It's
have
written
to.
in the
Yeah.
script. Yeah, it's
You
the
said I
script
could,
we
yeah,
have.
so-
That's hilarious.
Mhm.
All right. I think we actually stated, Zion, that Yue Ming is specifically not lactose intolerant. Which
I
did.
am, but
She
she's
rolled
not.
for it.
This
Yes.
is accurate.
We
okay?
rolled
she
for it.
loves
Oh
it.
yeah,
Yeah, this
we
is
did
true.
roll for that.
Most of us
She's
are
a milk
lactose
girly.
intolerant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I have to be lactose intolerant, she doesn't have to be. I will be lactose
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else from the grocer?
Nope.
Uh-uh.
All right. You guys leave Goldie behind. And
Nice.
Nice.
Ember says, after you guys have completed your sort of shopping spree for the day, Ember continues and says, all right, looks like you guys got a good haul of stuff. Hopefully you feel like you're ready to take on more adventures now, and as we can move forward from here. And then you hear from somewhere nearby just a very quick, psst, psst, aye, over here.
Ah!
Wait, that sounds so familiar. What is that?
Where is that? Yeah. Where's it coming from?
Nearby,
Brick?
you guys kind of look around and you see peeking out of a nearby alleyway what appears to be a sort of very run-down, ramshackle-looking merchant stall. Then-
Okay.
Sounds like brick.
Sounds
It sounds like brick. Yeah, I'll head towards it.
Okay.
Oh.
Ember says, "Oh, I'm not sure I would go." Okay. And you guys make it to a shady shop. As in the front of the alleyway, then we see a sort of ramshackle shop that's been sort of put together here. And in front of it, a very familiar looking gentleman. Although with slightly less leg scarring, and something's different about his goatee. But this, to you, looks a lot like Brick.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not.
I thought he was in jail.
Yeah.
He looks up at you, a sort of smarmy grin on his face, and he says, "Ah, well, thank you for coming by my humble stall. I can see that you four are adventurers of taste. Why don't you peruse around my fine establishment, see if anything tickles your fancy? We're running a discount right now, you know."
Riku's gonna get like really close to him and be like looking at him all sorts of ways, and she's like, "What's your name?"
And Raven, I like that. Unfortunately, this one does have a name already.
Oh no.
He looks at you and he goes, "My name? Of course. My name is Brock. Brock Briggan of Brock's Briggan's Bargain Bin."
Oh my.
Friggin'
Quad B's.
Yeah?
Do you have a brother?
Oh, yeah, little Brick. Why? You know him?
No reason.
You're
Don't tell him. Nobody tell him.
Yue Ming is baffled.
He kind of like wiggles his red eyebrows inquisitively. You know my brother?
Yeah,
To you too,
Yeah,
ma'am.
It's a long story.
Your hermano he's okay. It's just we met him. Wait, was it this morning?
It was this morning.
It was
It was this morning.
It was this morning.
Yes,
Oh
it
my
was.
God.
We met him earlier this morning.
You guys.
He
I see that entrepreneurship. That's how you say
Are
it.
you under and
We forgot the silent
pulls out her
C.
thing? Entrepreneurs,
It runs in the
entrepreneurs.
Oh, no. Entrepreneurship is my brother's thing. I'm a bit more of a philanthropist.
Oh,
What is
yeah,
that?
I've heard of those.
What is
Yeah,
I've heard of those.
yeah, gosh.
It's someone who sort of specializes in expensive goods, and when other people have them, I know how to get them. That's sort of what a philanthropist is. As Yue Ming starts to write it down.
Oh my
That doesn't
God.
sound right to me, but whatever.
Brock, was it?
That's right.
Where are your permits?
He kind of looks at you and squints and he says, well, are you a fucking cop?
I don't have to tell you if I'm not. But where are your permits, sir?
It's an odd angle. He looks at you and he says, oh, well, they're a bit tied up at the hands of the guild, as it were, right now. I'm getting them re-stamped, re-notarized, as it were.
I see.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Dayu.
Can I just like while this interaction is happening, can I see what he has for sale just for shits and giggles?
Yeah. Chat, what does he have for sale?
Oh my God, it's one of these.
Oh,
That-
no.
It's
no.
What
It's
could
Gribble.
Brock possibly be selling today? What's coming out of here? What is he got?
no.
What's he got? Ale?
No.
Ale? He's got a keg of ale. He's got a big old keg of barreled ale.
Keg.
You can
Are
free
you
ask
selling
right
this?
there.
Yeah.
Are you
You can free ask these if you
Yeah,
want.
Are you selling this by the
You're not-
keg or by the cup? What is?
Buy the
this
keg.
a lemonade
Buy the
stand,
cup.
but for
Buy the
ale?
cup.
Oh, okay.
You guys are telling us what Brock is selling.
Yes.
You do not have to name something.
No,
you
this
guys.
is a
You are
free
just
ask.
Telling us
This
Yeah,
is a
what
free
he's
ask.
throw it out there.
No,
What
I
is he
appreciate it.
selling?
A rock. Yeah, Brock's rock gym badge. That's smart, Snow. That's pretty good. Yeah, there is a small metallic badge that looks like a boulder. That's very clever.
Riku like
Don't worry, I
nudges
refunded your
Dayu and
points.
she's like, "You should get that." Points to the gym badge.
Why would I need that?
It looks
What?
like a
What,
geo
you like a
thing.
vision mochi?
Is it? I'm sorry. Is this an empty vision for Geo? What is this, bro?
Oh no, that's a pin you get for doing Boy Scouts.
I see.
Okay, maybe you don't need it then.
I
Sorry.
don't think I need it. I do like that it has a rock on it, though. Thank you for thinking of me.
Rat Kip Ninja, get out of here. A singular stuffed rat. Thank you very much.
Not believe we've. Rick
Um,
never told me he had a brother.
never told me in the like 30 minutes you knew him. That's true. Yeah, he's got some ale. He's got a badge. He's got a singular stuffed rat. Keep him coming, chat.
Okay.
He's got a vial of
mean, I-
suspicious-looking green liquid
I
that may or may
did
not be
see
acid.
Loaded dice.
Oh, yeah,
and
loaded
I'm
dice.
Wondering,
Oh, yeah.
I'm wondering if we could use those to roll in character. I'm breaking the fourth wall.
You know, I mean, your characters can roll them. A pan flute that sounds like a synthesizer. That's pretty funny. Chocolate with hot peppers. That's just good taste.
Yeah, that's great.
He kind of eyes you all and he says, "Come on, something here's got to catch your eye. Don't you want a bit of Brock's bargains from the bargain brigging bin?"
Wait, is your name Brick or is it Brock?
No, my name's Brock. My
Brock,
brother's
okay.
name is Brick. All right. Sometimes I sell
Okay.
broccoli. I know it's very sort of hard to sort of keep up on.
Broccoli.
Yes.
I do have a question.
I'm not a fan of broccoli.
What was your father's name?
My father's name?
Yeah.
Oh, Jim. Why is that relevant?
I'm a woman that likes to know about lineage, is all.
Yeah, his name was Jim Briggan. Gave birth to Brick and Brock Briggan.
He gave birth.
Well, all right. You want me to be semantic here, miss?
Brock,
shit.
how much for this this vial that smells really nice? Is this perfume?
What are you asking about?
Somebody said perfume that smells like a
smells like-
spring
yeah.
morning.
I think Rat Kipman
Oh.
just said a perfume that
I
smells like
see.
a spring
Yeah.
morning.
I see.
I wonder what that is.
Have a band-aid. He said, well, it was a bargain of 30 mora, but thanks to your friend's rudeness, it's now 40 mora.
Okay, but I wasn't rude. So...
That's true. You seem very nice. Well, if your friend apologizes to my lineage, then maybe I'll bring the price back down.
Which friend are you?
Is it me?
He's
I'm
pointing
so
at
confused.
Riku.
Oh, no. Riku just has resting bitch face. No, you're fine. She really loves your establishment.
Then I
No,
want to
he
hear
gave
her
her
say it.
double down. Yoda.
Just
Um,
apologize, please.
Riku's gonna look at Dayu and kind of lean over and be like, "How bad do you want it?" She doesn't like to apologize.
I'm going to slowly look into her eyes, take both of her hands, and I'm going to nod once and then hand over the 40 mora.
Wow. Wow. You do. You literally are like, oh, Riku. And you hand Brock the 40 mora. And he says, well, at least some of us can be agreeable. I hope you have a wonderful day, miss. And may I just say I like your hair.
Thank you. This is a gift for my mentor.
Great,
Oh.
he says as he hands you the perfume.
It's just such a confusing day.
Well, he kind of slings his arm around you, I mean, and he goes, is there something that you would like? You look like you're perusing. Is there anything Brock can help you with? Because I can do special orders, too, if you need me to.
Special or
Yes.
No, actually, you have some really pretty band-aids. Can I maybe look at those?
Yes, I guess I do.
Good rainbow band-aids.
Yeah.
Yup.
You said rainbow band-aids.
I sure do have rainbow band-aids that I stole from the child's nursery.
Oh, that's not very nice, Brooke.
No,
You
it's
and your
not
brother-
very nice, is it?
Look, okay. Brick is my friend. I feel like I've known him for a really long time, even though I just met him this morning.
You
but
you
look,
keep saying this. Where is Brick?
last I heard, he was getting checked for his leg. He got shot.
His eyes kind of widen, and he goes, "Oh my God, fucking Brick Briggan! Yes, Brick. Hello. Sorry, that is your brother, if you can believe it. We're interrogating your brother right now. Sorry, the VOD, you can't see this, but Brick Briggan has appeared in Twitch chat. This is happening right now.
Oh my god.
His eyes widen, and he means, what do you mean he got shot?
Yeah, so okay, there was this really complicated fight that happened, and look, I think your brother is a fantastic leader, and they just weren't respecting him, and so one of his men just shot him with their arrow in the
One
leg.
of his own
and so-
men. Was it Stick?
One of his own men. You know what?
I think it was Stick. Yeah.
I think that was his name, actually. I hope he's in
Ah,
jail.
damn,
But
but he
the
should have
brother's
been in
eating
therapy a lot
his-
longer
his-
ago.
Yeah, I agree. Therapy is very important.
I've been to therapy.
You've been to therapy?
Oh, yes, I have. I've worked on myself a
That's
lot.
fantastic. That's really good.
Thank you.
Well,
Is
he's
Ember
okay.
nearby?
He's
Ember
getting the surgery
Ember
he
is sitting. You guys are sort of ducked into this alleyway where this ramshackle thing is. He's like leaning against the corner of the building. His head is just in his hands, like, I know what's going on here.
Good. I'm
Um,
glad.
Brock,
Therapy, don't worry, perfect. Good.
Brock,
Yes.
what's that tiny chest right there?
I don't know. Was there a tiny
That's-
chest?
That's
It's a
Chester
tiny
from the
mimic.
Dark
No,
Carnival.
it's certainly not. I am vetoing anything that is animate.
Okay. Does he? Okay. What
Oh.
if it's just a regular tiny
Yeah,
little chest?
Sure.
How
The
much
fake
is that?
mimic. A mimic.
A mimic is actually kind of genius. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a fake mimic. That's kind of funny.
Fantastic.
What'd you say, Kashi? Did you ask him a
How
question
much
about
is
it?
it? Yeah, I
Oh.
want the tiny chest.
Yeah, it's a tiny chest. It'll run you about 50 mora.
Sure. Here you go. And he pops him 50 G's.
And that's on a discount.
50
It was 5 mora. No, wait. I'm better at this now. 500 mora, but now it's 50.
Okay. You know, Brock, you take after your brother.
Thank you.
Are you the older
Yes.
brother or the younger brother?
Oh,
It's a
well,
compliment.
I am older by approximately 2.5 minutes.
Oh, you're twins.
Wait, you're a twin?
Oh, you
don't
couldn't
look
tell.
like twins.
I know, I got the looks. He got the brains, though.
Okay.
That's why he's such a good entrepreneur.
I think so.
What? Okay, how much for band-aids?
Oh, right, the band-aids are 20 mora.
Okay. Okay. And it's not 200, it's 20?
That's right, 20.
Okay. Gonna take the band-aids.
Okay, you take the band-aids.
Bum, bum, bum.
You hear
I
Ember
love the
kind of
music.
clear his
Me too.
throat from behind you guys.
Oh, thank you, Brock, for your time. I hope your papers get all sorted out. See ya.
Yes, thank you. And remember, no matter what, no refunds at Brock's Bargain Bin.
No what?
No
I'd
refunds.
probably just throw it
No
away if I didn't
refunds?
want it.
No refunds.
Hey, go
Front?
check on your brother soon. You might need to.
Where
okay?
where is he?
With
Um,
the
Probably
Knights
the
of
infirmary?
Favonius.
I think
Yes.
with knights.
In the Knight's Infirmary. That's
Yeah.
where he's at.
All right, I'll go
Mhm.
bust him. I'll go visit him later. I will go visit him later.
That's a fantastic idea.
Hey, Brock?
Yeah.
I've got my eye on you.
He kind of he flashes you not a smile but like a toothy metal toothed grin as you say that. All right, you guys walk away from the stall and Ember says, "Did you really have to go to Brock's Bargain Bin?"
He seems like a
Kodashi is
nice
just
guy.
standing there and he has the tiny chest. He says, look. He's just playing with the tiny chest.
Hi, Silent.
I can put all my dirt in
Riku.
here for my plants.
That you can.
Riku nudges him and she's like, "Did you know that he's Brick's twin brother?"
You're twins. They have
Yes.
different heights. They have
All-
different hair color. I'm so confused.
All of the Knights of Favonius know they're often both getting into lots of trouble.
They
I
seem
can
so
see why.
endearing.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like a lot of fun.
Yep, that is definitely one word for it, he says. And he says, "Come on, I promised you wine."
Yes.
Okay.
Dandelion, I hope.
Riku damn near skips along.
All right.
She's skipping.
Jeez.
That girl is
Skip
about
it.
to get wine, and she didn't have to apologize to a man
Yeah.
today.
She did not have to apologize to a man today.
That's right. Okay. In that case, we will take you back
That's funny.
to the streets. So that, of course, was Brock Briggan. That NPC was not mine, by the way. After
Stop.
Was that Mochi?
Stop
it
it.
was Mochi's. After
Oh my
That's
god.
hilarious.
Mochi, so Chad, if you liked Brock, if you donate 1,000 biddies, you can get your own NPCs as long as they make sense in the Change of Fate world. I'm not adding in aliens. After last session, Mochi donated 1,000 bits right at the end and said, "I'll think about it." And then Mochi messaged me and said, "I would like Brick to have a twin brother." And I said, "Okay." And
I love
we
that.
ran with it.
Mochi, I
So.
love
Mochi, that was
I-
fantastic.
I have
That's
a
fantastic.
fear.
great.
I love this idea. I do love this character. I have a fear though that just cucked us from getting Grubbles in this game. But that's okay. Now
I
we get to see
mean,
Brock every game or every
It's just gonna be.
town.
I'm thinking, Ivy, that Grubbles is just going to be a weird hilichurl.
Yeah. Well, that's
Mm.
not good for us because I don't want to have to hurt him.
No,
That's
he's going to be a
true. We
friendly
don't wanna
hilichurl.
hurt
It's
Grubbles.
fine.
Friendly
okay,
hilly
good.
troll that likes to sell all kinds of shiny things, so it should be fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And is kind of stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you flirt with him, it'll go right over his head.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I am actually going to leave this up to my players, because this is right about at our time. We can have our roleplay with Ember now, or we can have it at the beginning of next session. I will leave it up to the 4 of you, because I don't want to keep you too late. I know we're going to do Gruble Shiny's bits after this. If you're feeling good, we can do another 20-minute RP here with Ember. Otherwise, we can save it for next time.
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay. In that case, we will do this, and then we will end right after this moment, chat. So we got about another 20-ish minutes left here, and then we'll have Gruble Shiny bits after this. Okay.
Bits.
It,
So, Ember, walking you guys through the streets, after all of your pockets are full of items and less full of more. Just a money check. How much money do you guys have left, like, averagely? What are you sitting on now?
still have
199.
I still
Okay.
have 1K.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
Holy
1300.
shite, honey.
God damn. I guess
Oh, you
I-
guys.
you two
you
did
guys
buy
did
weapons.
buy weapons, though,
Yeah.
didn't
I
you?
didn't buy any
weapons.
weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah,
And
'cause
I
I'm at
rolled
one-
really high when we were
Yeah.
calculating.
Okay, I didn't.
I have. No, that's not what I wanted. Please. 869.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Still pretty
Yeah,
good.
Kodashi's sitting at 199. so
Okay.
Well, if Kodashi needs anything,
I'll let
Yeah.
you guys know.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
we got it.
Also, he bought a bunch of food, so he's gonna
I did,
probably
yes.
feed us.
I'm gonna be
True.
sad.
Yes.
So.
To that point, Ember takes you to a lovely looking sort of bar establishment. On the sort of
It's gonna make me hungry.
I know the southern part of Mondstadt, and he pulls out a couple of chairs around an outdoor table for you all to sit at. And he says, "All right, get comfy." And he pulls out from seemingly nowhere a tall, crystalline red bottle. It has a almost beautiful leather lattice cupping the bottom of it, and there is a single insignia of what at first appears to be a rose, but on closer inspection might look something like a firebird. And as he places it onto the table, he says, "As promised, the finest dandelion wine from none other
Zhongli who?
than the Dawn Winery."
Deluke is not alive. Deluke has not been born yet. Ivy, please. But I am excited that it came from. Wait.
Yes.
Did you say the Dawn Winery? I've only heard myths about this place and its amazing wine.
Yes, my friend, we'll call them, happens to be one of the lead brewers there.
Mm.
Wow. Well, Ember, thank you so much for this gift. I can't believe you're giving us something so extravagant.
Ah, of course, you guys have earned it. And just for chat, I'll put Ember on screen. I just have to add him because he wasn't on this scene.
Yes.
I don't think.
So are we going with I think Mku Sleepy is the perfect couple name.
And I was like, what are you talking about?
Mku.
Enku.
I
Mku.
Emku is a great couple
That-
name.
That's
yeah,
Maya, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I said I have to add it.
Maya, wow, fancy seeing you here. I don't think you can drink. So
Maya,
why don't you
where
go
the hell have
home?
you been, Loca?
No, we'll get
Mochi,
him.
great NPC. I don't know if you heard us.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh,
there we go.
Mochi. I'm losing my
You're so
mind over
funny,
here.
Mochi.
Em-
There he is.
Ember is on
Why
there
is
now.
Ember so hot?
There's our twink.
No,
Why did
Is
you
there
make
tw-
Ember
that's
so
why.
hot?
Why do you think?
because he's a twink.
Because it's Amber.
Right.
Because it's Amber.
Because you are obsessed with Amber.
She's just the
so-
best. So yeah.
Oh, we
So
summoned our stage out of the shadows.
yeah, seriously. He sits you down around the table. And he pours each of you a glass of wine. And he says, "This is Lucky's Bar, the establishment here in Mondstadt. But the owner and I sort of have an agreement. It's a BYOW situation as long as I don't make too much of a mess." And he pours you the glasses of wine. And he sits down and he says, "Well, trust me, You've earned it. Here's to a job well done. Not only yesterday, not only this morning, but also in giving Hilda exactly what she needs. And he raises a glass.
Oh,
Cheers.
I've never.
Think.
Oh, think she's never drank before. She's been in like a monastery for like the past 15 years. This is not a thing she does.
Yeah, Daya will look over and just like quietly be like, "You don't have to drink it if you don't want to."
Okay. It smells funny.
Riku leans
It will
over and she
taste
says,
funny.
Oh.
Riku says, "I'll drink it if you don't want it."
Oh, okay.
If you just sip it and see if you like it, and if you don't, that's okay. But just know that it does tend to have effects on the body.
Excellent. Does it make you stronger?
You'll think
in
you
some
are.
ways. Yeah.
Well,
Snatty in the background there.
Take that cat.
Snotty with the cat.
While Yue Ming is deciding whether or not to drink, Kodashi takes a small sip and does the whole. And like,
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
really get the feel of
He
it.
loves
the
it.
wine,
He
yeah,
loves it.
yeah.
Gotcha. I was talking about. What do you mean?
Oh, sorry.
The cat.
Is
And
Do that
yeah.
cat.
for everyone, is anyone specifically not taking a drink of this dandelion wine?
No, I mean she's gonna try it,
Okay.
but yeah.
If everyone at least tries it, I need everyone to roll a fortitude check.
Okay.
Oh,
I am
boy.
strong, girl. I'll be fine, right?
We'll see.
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh, I love this.
Fortitude. Just straight fortitude.
Straight fortitude.
I am strong, girl. I rolled a
Not
one.
constant- you sure you don't want to do like force? Because I'm forcing. No,
That's
Hey, yo.
right. That's right.
Fucking
That's
Riku.
a 10 for Riku.
that
This
makes
actually
sense.
makes so
she
much
knows
sense.
your dad.
Yeah.
This makes so much sense. Never happened before, and so she rolls a
Real.
one.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god. Die.
Yeah.
Kodashi, did you
It's a
roll?
fortitude?
It's fortitude.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. At least I'm high.
Yeah,
on
I
that.
I
rolled
know
a
why
one, too,
I technically have the reroll, but I don't want to use
right?
it.
No, wait. It didn't work.
Well, this
No,
is
it-
the
oh, I
end of the
never.
session, right?
Where is it?
Sin
You
for
still have the
session.
reroll. Yeah. No, you didn't. Yours didn't come through, Kodashi. Bless you.
Bless
Bless
you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay, let me try it. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I thought Ivy's was mine. I was
Well,
about to
one
say
anyway.
My
That
God.
is Riku holding her liquor, and the three others.
There it is, though. Those are the ones that are getting us in the ass now because of all the 10s and the
Yeah,
9s and the 8s. This is
exactly.
it.
And I had bad rolls the entire day, so
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
my good roll.
I will
Justice.
say I have a +1 and a 3 in fortitude, so I technically have a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I technically rolled
I mean,
4.
I'm not as shit-faced as you think, Nicholas.
Well,
I have 3 plus
4.
1, 4.
I-
so,
I will
but
say, no
it is
matter
a good
what,
one.
even because I know all of you have some fortitude here. No matter what, ones are still critical fails.
Yep.
So it is a problem for the three of you. Riku, as a critical success here, your lips touch the frosted wine glass, and as you take a swig, it swirls delicately around your tongue, aromas permeating every sense and orifice in your mouth as it slowly bubbles up into something that you are familiar yet unfamiliar with. This, you've had drinks before. You have drunk to be merry. You have drunk for taste, but this is something else. This is drinking to feel alive. And as the liquid quenches that thirst, you feel a radiating warmth, but rather than sticking in your gut like most alcohol does, instead it feels fleeting, almost rushing, as there's a sort of ripple of a breeze that exists throughout your body. You feel lighter, you feel clear, and the taste is sweet like honey, with undertones of thick tannin and the sourest of grapes that somehow come together into a very almost sweet red. And as you finish your first sip, you think, I don't know if I can drink anything else ever again.
For cheers.
And Riku, as you sort of come back from this Ratatouille-like hallucination of the colors popping in your brain, you look at your three compatriots. Yue Ming is on the floor, and she is, fanning her tongue, as she is striking it. Dayu, is choking, as she has done her best to swallow the fire, because she can usually handle this kind of thing, and she's just, just spluttering, the strength of the dandelion wine. And you see, Kodashi is still swirling it around in his mouth as he refuses to swallow it. As you just kind of like cock your head at the three of your friends as Ember can't help but let out a and he says, I should have warned you, this is strong stuff, guys.
Yeah,
Much
she
stronger
literally
than the wine and Leeway, huh?
Mhm.
Riku kind of giggles and she's like, I had no idea I was traveling with people who couldn't hold their wine.
Well,
This is so nasty.
Ember reaches out and touches your arm, Riku, and says, well, don't blame them. This is like the highest quality wine. I'm sure they can handle stuff smaller than this.
She looks up at Ember, doesn't shake his arm off, and or his hand off, and she said, I am never drinking anything else ever again.
Well, if ever our schedules line up, then maybe I could take you to see the Dawn Winery someday.
I would love
that. He kind of nods, a very innocent smile, as he looks to the rest of you and he says, so, you guys have had quite the adventures over the last couple days. Why don't you tell me about it? But first, tell me a little bit more about yourselves. I'm glad that we got to fight together, but where are you all from? And he kind of goes down the list and he says, Yue Ming, tell me something about yourself that you haven't told anyone else. And as him saying this... it is... Oh my god, Yue Ming. It's dawning on the rest of you that none of you have actually talked to each other. You don't really know anything about each other. You don't know where you're from. You know what visions each other's wield. You don't know about your families. You don't know about why you're here in Mondstadt. You all just kind of agreed to work together, and that's it. So as Ember says this, the question kind of takes a minute in your mind, Yue Ming, as you're like, huh. This is the floor to open for you guys to get a little closer as a party, and do it as sort of through the medium of Ember here.
I'm scared. The floor's opening.
That wine was strong.
That wine was strong. One sip and they're down.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I really want wine now.
She'll stand back up.
Yeah.
And slide the glass over to Riku.
Sure.
Riku takes it very gratefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she'll sit back down. She's already pulled out her other milk vial and is kind of just working with it a little bit.
Sure.
From here on out, when they get drinks, I need for Yue Ming to always have
Milk.
a glass of milk.
Yeah, that's real. I feel
She's
that.
gotta get more. The two of them are there. I only bought two. They're gone.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna have to get some more. But kind of try to compose herself again. Sorry that you were really nice for offering that, but she can have it. You're asking about me?
Yeah, I want to know about you, where you're from, why you're here, what kind of stuff you like.
Oh, well, she is gonna start realizing that she doesn't actually fully know either, like all these other people as well. Like she kind of only really knows a little bit of like maybe where each person is from,
Yeah.
and that's it. Well, I will share as long as the rest of you share. Kind of looks expectantly at the rest of our friends.
Riku just kind of sips at her wine.
Well, we've been through enough that we could share a little bit here and there. Why don't you go first, though, Yue Ming?
But, okay. Well, I'm from Inazuma. A small little tribe that worships the Moon Sisters. I've kind of been taught all of that for a very long time, but I don't really know if I mean, you said share something that no one else knows about me, or just not the group.
Well, I'm getting the inclination that you guys don't know a lot about each other, but just share something interesting. We're out drinking with friends, so it's common custom here to just talk about yourself, get to know each other better.
Oh, it's an interesting tradition. Okay. Well, I don't really have a favorite snack.
We already know that.
Well, we know that. Your characters don't.
Yeah, players.
Yeah, apparently the other characters do not know. But I do like milk. It always has brought me comfort. Sometimes whenever I had bad days, my sister would mix chocolate in it, especially if we actually got a new shipment in at some point. My favorite. Chocolate milk is the best.
Ember kind of like smiles and gingerly nods, sipping the wine delicately, and yeah, I can get behind that, especially sharing a beverage like that with a loved one. Is your sister here in Mondstadt too?
No. She's been gone for some time.
He kind of tilts his head for a second, and then his eyes kind of widen with realization, and he says, "Oh, I didn't mean to intrude. I'm just curious. Sorry."
Oh no, it's okay. You said we're supposed to be open and talk about ourselves, so it's okay.
Well, still a wonderful memory, and, cheers to milk, and he does clink, you don't know why he's doing this, Yueming, but he does clink his wine glass to your milk bottle.
Okay.
Yueming, roll me a force check.
You probably did a little bit too hard.
Yep.
No.
No.
Roll me a
I am
force check.
strong girl.
You are strong, girl.
Milky wine? Ew.
Okay.
It's a 7.
Oh! Okay, yeah. So, you cheers back a little bit too hard, and nothing breaks, but as Kashi has said, some of your milk sloshes over the top of the force and lands in his dandelion wine.
Oh no.
Oh,
Milky
You know
wine.
It's good for your bones, so I bet you it's okay.
As this happens, you all kind of
Yummy.
watch with bated breath as your eyes wide as Yueming says this, but Ember takes it in stride. He laughs and he says, "I'll call it a mixed drink then." And he takes another sip.
Ah!
Good for
I
him.
love him.
You see him as he swallows. He tries to push away a look of utter disgust and just smile through it.
Oh, sweet
Oh
boy.
my god.
Well, what about you guys?
Milky wine, perfect brick. Yeah, Ember turns to you, Dayu, and goes, you and Ming just shared something, so what about you, Dayu? What's your story? Anything cool we should know?
She thinks for a moment, and she honestly is having trouble thinking about what would be interesting about her life and what wasn't just defined for her to bring to the table here, but she'll probably start and say, well, I'm from the Chenyu Vale region of Liyue. I don't know if anyone has ever been, but it's very beautiful and full of jade. And I come from a family that is very well known throughout the region, the Shi family. And they're known as protectors of the Vale. And we're a very proud bunch for being that. But recently, I have I've acquired a geovision and set forth to be under the wing of my master, who is actually an adeptus to Rex Lapis. Her name is Jian Yun, but you might have know her as Cloud Retainer.
Yueming's jaw has dropped.
Yeah, Dayu looking for like curious things to say about her life here. Ember kind of like has his milk wine in one hand and looks at you, eyes aghast, and he goes, sorry, did you say the Shi family? You're Shi, Dayu?
At this, she physically like tightens because she's it's not like easy for
Yeah.
her to be like recognized as that, but she knows the weight of it pretty much. And she says, "Yes, I'm the youngest daughter of the current leadership." And she's very like awkward and nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Yue Ming's reaction there. How are the party feeling about Shi Dayu sort of revealing that?
Yeah, so
I don't know.
Kodashi is gonna say, that sounds really cool, but Dayu, what is an adeptus?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I was gonna say Riku probably doesn't really know what an
Mhm.
adeptus is.
Yeah.
She might have like heard
Yeah.
of them a little on her
Mhm.
travels,
Sure.
but like she's not really one to deep dive
Oh,
into
yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Yue she would definitely know.
Sure.
It-
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
important because you mentioned, you said of the Archon or of Zhongli, whichever one
Yes,
you
yeah,
said,
yeah.
so he knows
Yeah.
it's important, like,
Absolutely.
so Kodashi would love to know what an adeptus is.
Yeah. So she will kind of nod in understanding, realizing that this might not be something that people of non-Liyue descent would understand, and like very textbook would be like, oh, well, the Adepti are they're like illuminated beasts or immortal gods that are bound by contract through the Archon to protect the land from demons and evil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And you get to
She's like
train
actually kind of
under
excited
one.
to talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
that's the cool part
definitely.
of the
That is
conversation.
incredible. Wait, how come you've never shared this? That is fantastic. I've never met someone who has that ability to train under the. That's fantastic. She's kind of almost fangirling
Yeah.
over the fact that you are getting to train underneath Cut Retainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. She giggles a bit because this is like a newfound feeling for her. She
So
doesn't really know
cute.
how to contain that. And she says it was an opportunity that almost fell into my lap, but I won't say I won't begged for it.
Oh.
Beasts can be illuminated.
It is a Liyuean tradition, or vernacular, I should say. It is an illuminated beast is just one that is celebrated as an immortal being. It's
Oh,
a technical term for an immortal being.
maybe I could become illuminated.
Kodashi, you look up as you say this, and then your gaze falls on Riku, who's playing with her fire right now, and then something clicks in your brain, and you're like, interesting.
Not like that.
Truly
Riku just
fascinating.
like looks at Dayu and she nods and she's like, "That's pretty cool."
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm so honored to have met you. I swear, Sonnet has truly blessed us today. Oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah, when people are getting excited about this, she actually she rumbles through her pouch and she takes out the 3 feathers that she left
Oh, yeah.
behind when she
Session
when she was
0.
deciding to stay. She found feathers outside that belonged to Clown Retainer, so she puts them out on the table just to show them and be like, these are actually from her. If you'd like to see them or touch them. She's like really excited.
Actually,
straight shock.
if you're-
Anime shock.
Kodashi, give me a harmony check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to check for
Yeah.
resonance or something here.
You're all just stroking my master's feathers,
E-
and I'm like, nice. I'm in the
All right,
group.
it's just gonna be a straight D10 because I don't have any mods.
Okay.
So
Oh,
Great.
Oh no,
feels
that
so
was
sounds about right.
Okay.
That dandelion wine is still effective.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna see if you had any like sort of bestial recognition. They're pretty feathers
Yeah.
and they don't look like anything you've seen. You can't really get a sense if they like have any energy themselves, even though you're pretty good at being in tune with living creatures. But you do get the sense that whoever these belong to, they're pristine feathers. Like they're nice.
I've never seen a beast like this before, even in all my travels. This cloud retainer must be very prestigious. And he puts it back on
Oh.
the table. Thank you, Dayu, for sharing such a intimate
knows.
part of your journey.
She knows.
Oh, she knows.
He knows, and she flaunts it.
Well, if you got it, flaunt it. You know what they say.
Riku like clasps her fire out of her hand, and like kind of reaches towards one,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of touching it, she pulls her hand back.
Okay.
She's like, I don't. She's like, I don't want to
Yeah.
hurt it.
Aw.
Ember pipes up at this, and he says, "Wow, I didn't know we had one of the Shi family. I've seen some of their jade carvings on my missions to Liyue before. That's pretty awesome, Dayu. Really cool that you made it all the way out here to Mondstadt for some new adventures, and under an Adeptus, no less. We don't have many Adeptus here in Mondstadt, but that's not to say there aren't a couple that cross over sometimes. But to that point, Kodachi, please tell us something about yourself. After you get
Yes.
back."
He has to go to the bathroom. Can we talk to Riku instead?
Yes.
please?
I
Talk to
think
Riku.
when he says that, Leo, when he says that about the
I'm
Shi
also gonna
family,
change it.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I think she would take a moment to just be like,
Don't tell a lot of people that, though. I would prefer to lay low while I'm here.
Ember and Riku kind of nod.
Thanks.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess. And then a thought crosses Ember's mind, and he goes, "Did they know you're here?"
I think she would say, oh, that's a hard one.
I know.
She would say, I think a little defensively,
Mhm.
My location is not of their concern while under my master's wing.
Ember gives you a nod and a knowing wink, and he says, "All right, fine by me."
cool.
Riku just kind of shrugs because, like, she gets it.
Yeah.
You know, the do what you want vibes, you know? She's
Um,
all about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Riku, tell us something about yourself.
Riku, like, goes still for a sec. She's like, oh, I don't know. I'm from Fontaine. And I am kind of like a traveling performer of sorts, I guess. I don't know. I just like to kind of go from area to area and see what I can find, and I don't know if there's places to perform. I usually do that.
You perform.
Yeah, at this, thank you, Hana. At this, all of your ears kind of perk up there as Riku says traveling performer. Everyone's ears kind of pricked up at that because you've seen Riku fight, but you don't know what she means by perform.
I noticed that your movements were very fluid. Are you a dancer?
Do you juggle?
I
Do
mean,
you
that could
sing?
also be true.
I've seen people they juggle and then they like balance on a ball. It's really fascinating.
Singers do their
Riku,
own choreography.
Riku laughs and she looks at Yue Ming and she goes, you know, I should learn to do that as like a side gig. But no, and you don't want to hear me sing, but I
Oh,
do
okay.
dance.
That's wonderful.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a, you know, it's a hobby. It's not like I wouldn't call it a profession or anything. I just kind of do it for fun.
Oh.
Wow.
Ember
What kind
kind
of dancing do you do?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
All kinds of dancing, I guess. I don't know. I really like to go to like places that have big performance areas and stages, and if they have musically inclined people there, then I usually like to dance to the music they make. And she kind of realizes that she's starting to ramble, and she's like, and yeah, that's it.
Ooh.
Do you have a favorite piece to dance to?
She pauses, remembering like another time in her life, and she looks at him and she's like, oh, yeah, it's just a piece from back in Fontaine. I don't even remember the name of it anymore, but it's kind of what I learned too.
Oh. You'll have to share sometime.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, maybe sometime.
Ember kind of says this and sort of takes another sip of the wine and says, what's it going to take for us to see you perform, Riku?
Riku giggles a little bit.
Okay.
I'm eating this shit up.
Yeah. Oh, Riku will perform,
Riku-
all right.
Riku loves to like just randomly dance, but now that like people are actually like looking at her and expecting it of her, she's like, oh, and she looks at Ember and she's like, well, do you guys have a like stage here?
Ember thinks for a minute, and he says, well, usually there are town criers and bards that perform kind of just in front of the fountain, but sometimes we do hold ceremonies in the cathedral. There's a raised stage in there.
She brightens at that and she's like, oh, well, if there's anything going on in town, I mean, I would love to.
At this, something clicks in Ember's brain. Maybe it's the dandelion wine. Maybe it's the conversations of you guys actually opening up to each other. But he kind of jumps from his seat and he goes, the trade parade!
Oh.
There's
Great.
gonna be musicians at the trade parade?
Yes, sorry, you guys aren't from Mondstadt. Yeah, every couple years or so, Mondstadt and Leeway get together to have what's called the Mondstadt Leeway Trade Parade. It's to honor one of Mondstadt and Leeway's oldest contract agreements about prospering trade and alliances that go back hundreds and hundreds of years. Basically, what the two cities do is they make a couple of parade floats, and they both send a procession from either city, and they meet in the middle, right between the border of Leeway and Mondstadt, with these usually, you know, big elaborate parade floats, dancing. There's a lot of plays that happen in Leeway, so sometimes there's like operatic stuff that happens, but usually the leader, or at least the herald from each nation, leads the procession, and then when the two nations meet in the middle, there's an exchanging of rare goods to sort of signify another prosperous couple years of trade between the two nations, and it's coming up pretty soon. You could perform during that, he says, and sets his dandelion wine down, sort of kicking back in the chair.
So cool.
Riku is like visibly excited by this. Like, this is probably the happiest you guys have seen her. And she's like, oh my god, are you kidding? Would they let somebody from another city perform in their parade? Because I want nothing more.
He kind of smiles and he says, of course, Mondstadt is a city of welcoming individuals, you know? We're not all hoity-toity about our own nation and everything. I mean, we're the city of winds, right? So, of course you'd be able to, and it's all volunteer anyway. So, I mean, I bet we could talk to Hilda about it, although you would have to, unless you wanted to make your own, find some troupe or at least a float to perform with. You could dance on your own and just follow the procession if you want, but I do know that the cathedral and the knights both put on something every year.
Ooh.
She just like stares at him like this is so much information, and she's so excited.
He sort of
Lost
looks,
for words.
he smiles at you genuinely, and you see kindness and warmth in his eyes, and maybe something else. And as he turns to Kodashi, swigging the last of his wine, and he says, well, we can't forget our best friend, Kodashi. What do you got for us? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I've had all this time to think about it, and I just fuck. Kodashi goes ahead and sets down his wine glass, not taking any more sips after the first sip. Clearly. And he kind of like leans back a little bit in his chair and looks up at the stars and says, well, I'm Kodashi Papandro. I hail from Sumeru. I'm originally from a very small compared to Mondstadt, but it was big back in the day when I actually lived there. Verakasha was the name of the village. And I was taken in by the village elder. His name is Uva. He's like a father to me. And then I kind of lost my way. There was a storm that forcibly dragged me away from the village. I somehow survived and found an adventuring party and went through trials and tribulations, and it all gets pretty messy here and there. And and somehow I'm here today. I don't really know how or why, but it feels like there's a fresh start here at Mondstadt for me.
He nods at you, a pretty serious look on his face, as he sort of crosses his hands over each other, and he says, Kodashi, I'm not sure if you believe in something like fate, but it sounds like all those trials and tribulations brought you to exactly where you need to be. Mondstadt is a city of new beginnings, and look around you. It looks like you've already made some pretty stalwart friends, yours included, he says as he kind of dips his head to you. And he says, no matter what you faced in your past, I'm sure it was all leading you into something bigger and brighter in your future. Something that the Knights always say is, you can't always rely on who you were, but you can trust that it builds you into someone better.
Thanks for those words, Ember.
Of course. He looks around at everyone. What are your reactions to Kashi's story, or Kodashi's story?
I think Riku looks over at him and she kind of nudges his shoulder and she's like, I for one love a good new beginning.
I think I don't really know if Yue Ming is sitting next to. I don't know where she's sitting, but
you can be next to me on my left, Riku on my right.
I sit next to you.
Dayu across, yeah.
She's gonna kind of reach over. She's not usually one for physical touch, but kind of put her hand on like your arm that's like on the table. Just kind of look at you because she can see that there's definitely more that Kodashi is not, not ready to share, but it says to him, I'm really sorry, but whatever happened, I'm glad to have met you.
Kodashi is definitely pausing for a moment, being very pensive, and he looks Yue Ming in the eyes and says, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dayu, anything you'd like to add? And you don't have to.
I feel like that was said so perfectly.
Yeah.
But I also think in very kind of uncharacteristically, she might just raise her glass and say, to new beginnings. And takes a very strange sip.
And Ember says, definitely to new beginnings, and sort of eyes the milk that Yue Ming is holding.
Yeah.
And says, see, we all shared stuff about each other. This is what friends do.
What about you?
Right.
Ember?
He looks at you and goes, me? What do you mean?
Well, what's your story?
Tell us about yourself.
You said that friends share stuff over drinks.
Your name is Ember. Did that help with your vision of Pyro? Seems very coincidental.
I was, and I suppose I do owe you that. I did say that, didn't I? And you can see that he's a bit looser than when you first met him right now. And he says, well, yeah, I mean, you can ask what you want to know, but as for the name, It's not too much of a story, honestly. I had another name when I was younger. Didn't like it too much, and I had an older brother. Used to call me his little Spark. Eventually turned into Ember as I got older. And it just kind of stuck. I thought it sounded cooler, so that's my name now. And I'll say it was rather coincidental, but I've always had a bit of a fiery personality.
Huh. I like it.
Yeah, it fits you.
Yeah, thank you. He sort of scratches his head, blush comes to his cheeks.
Cutie.
Kodashi is going to go ahead and reach down and pet the cute golden retriever that is just relaxing on the patio. And he's going to notice that the collar says Butters, and he says, "Oh, such a good boy, Butters."
She didn't pay for this. She didn't pay for this.
She didn't.
She just said name something, but
She did.
it is the end of the episode.
It is certainly a buttery golden retriever. I won't deny that. Yes. Ember says, anything else you want to know?
Who's your friend that made this wine?
That's a story for another day, Dayu.
I want to know.
Does he also have a pyrovision?
I will not confirm nor deny right now.
I don't think he's had enough to tell us secrets yet.
You was foaming at the
Ember.
mouth.
Ember, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 21.
Okay.
Good to
Well,
know.
It's great to meet a younger man doing this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course. I think anyone should follow the code of chivalry at any age, but I think the older you get, you see more. You learn more. And as he says this, he almost instinctively reaches behind him where his sword usually floats, and then he just kind of scratches his side instead. And he says, but yeah, likewise, you guys are a wonderful group of people, and I'm glad you decided to stay for at least for a little longer.
Yeah.
Where's the inn we'll be staying tonight?
Oh, right. Yeah, it's about that time, isn't it? And the sun has definitely started to set at this point. So he says, well, follow me. I think we've had enough wine anyway. And he leaves. You see him leave a little bit of mora on the table. He pushes all the chairs in, and he sort of guides you elsewhere to the city. I at some point, Chat had named it Chat's Family Inn, so we'll stick with that. We'll stick with Chat's Family Inn there that you guys will be staying in. I'm just going to have all of you mark off 10 more right now because it is 10 a night, as with the Hilda's discount. And we will just say for the sake of it that Ember wishes all of you a very wonderful night. He shows you where you'll be staying. They're separate rooms, but they're on the same sort of conjoining hallway for you guys to all sort of stay in. It's quaint. It's nothing over the top, but it's more than some of you are used to. You know, there's running water. There nice cushy beds. It's some good stuff. And all he says before he leaves is, thank you guys again for today. This was great. And just make sure you check in with Hilda in the morning. I'm sure she'll have some new stuff to tell you.
Sounds good.
Good night, Ember.
And he nods and he says, farewell, friends. And you watch him as he turns on his heel, throws his arms behind his head, and he struts out of the door. With that, I would like all of you to go ahead to your bond sheet and add Ember to your bonds.
Yay!
Ember,
You-
my friend.
You now all officially have one heart bond with Ember.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ember.
What that will mean for the future, and we'll talk about it next time, is you guys will now generate a D4 bond die, which is a wild die, to use in combat, thanks to Ember's bond with you all. But that is also where we're going to call it for today, guys. We've played enough.
Yes.
We've had enough fun. We've done a whole bunch of RP and no combat this session. But
Crazy.
that's
bit of a
I'm
break.
sorry, Kip. You said what kind of die?
it's a bond die, the 7th die type. It's there on the starting dice thing.
Oh, okay.
I
It
think.
just says next to the hearts. It says bond die. So do
Yep,
we just?
You can write 1d4. We are going to call it here for the day, but if you are subscribed to the channel, then stick around, because we are going to have our second ever episode of Grubble's Shiny Bits, which is our after Change of Fate talk show, where we talk about everything that just happened in the session, and you guys can ask us any questions you want, and if you don't, we just chat, and my players can ask me questions about anything that they are curious about that we've done in the session that they might want to know. Did you guys have a good time?
Yeah.
Yes.
fuck yeah.
I want
Always.
more.
Good.
Hell
Always.
yeah. So you can go
You did.
over there. Otherwise, this is going to be up on Patreon tomorrow. So if you want to see the full thing unedited, then consider joining our Patreon. Everything besides the crashing of the stream will be left in. And you guys will be able to go and watch everything that you missed, including Grubble's Shiny Bits, which we're about to do. Otherwise, I would say don't touch that dial. Let's get ready for our talk show team. And chats, we will see you next time. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
You soon.
Good night, everyone.